This is a production of Hockey Night in Oswego, only on WTOP.
Welcome to another edition of Hockey Night in Oswego as the Oswego State women's hockey team faces off against the Plattsburgh State Cardinals here in the Deborah F. Stanley Arena. Welcome everyone to the Perch alongside Kyle Smezak and Thomas Tallarino. I'm Alex Brooks, and guys, Oswego is on an 8-game winning streak, and Plattsburgh last night, they just snapped a 74-game win streak in the Newell. What should we expect from tonight?
It's really going to be all over the place. I mean, Oswego's coming in absolutely firing 8 wins straight, like you said. Plattsburgh, I mean, you take your first lose in conference ever. How do you bounce back from that? I guess we'll just have to find out this game. Tommy?
We're in for a doozy here tonight in the Deb, I'll tell you that. Like you said, Oswego on an 8-game win streak. Plattsburgh coming off their first loss. We're going to see some great physical hockey on display tonight.
A lot of physical hockey. Well, last night we saw a lot of teddy bears fly onto the ice. Oswego women's hockey captain Taylor Hudon and junior forward Rachel Corbett talk about their excitement and how fun this game is every year.
Yeah, we're all really excited for the teddy bear toss. I think it's going to be a fun game and super getting loud for the crowd, and hopefully we can get that first goal pretty quick on in the first period and see how it goes from there.
There's definitely an added pressure that's a lot of fun. You know, who wants to be the hero to have everyone toss the teddy bears on the ice?
You guys see the excitement from both of them. It's a big game for the community with Toys for Tots. Tell me, what does this game mean for them and the community? And also, who do you think is going to be the first scorer tonight?
I mean, this game really is huge for the community. Last night's game, absolutely, the community showed out. Tons of teddy bears were flying on the ice after the first one, and it's a huge game both for the team and the community because it ties them together 1-1. You know, the team helps out the community in this event, you know, gets the Toys for Tots donations, and just makes a day of all the kids around Oswego that maybe aren't the most fortunate.
Yeah, like you said, you know, Christmas time is one of the best times of the year in a gift-giving mood. Like we said, it's one of the many events that the Oswego hockey programs do to lighten up the mood, bring the community together, and it gets everyone in the Christmas spirit and mindset with the goals scored in this one.
Tommy, who's scoring the first goal, though?
I'm looking at the lines right now, and I'm going Haas. I think she's gonna put the first one in the back of the net.
The Haas, all right. I'm gonna have to play the hot hand. I'm gonna go with McGrath. She had 2 goals last night. She's been on fire all season. I think she at least gets 1 in here tonight, and probably the first one to set off the onslaught of teddy bears.
Well, I'm going to take Mac Hull, but when we get back from the break, we'll talk about Oswego and Plattsburgh's last time out and discuss the impact of last night. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Hockey Night in Oswego on WTOP 10.
When you look at the number of disasters in the U.S., chances are every area will deal with some kind of emergency in the next decade. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
I think you could build a house here with how many bricks are being laid in this game.
That is a rapid nosedive, and it is at the point of no return, guys.
to Dobson at the point. The cross-ice pass comes to Parise, who's going to extend the lead to 3, but the Columbus Blue Jackets, they're not going down without a fight. Puck loose, out in front net.
Welcome back to the best show on WTOP. I'm your host, Miss Meg Trivia. And I'm Donna B.
We start things off in the pool as 4 members of the Oswego women's swimming and diving team have earned all SUNY honors. Oh, finally got that old music back. Welcome live inside the Outer Open studio for the newest episode of Sports.
Welcome back to Hockey Night in Oswego between the Plattsburgh State Cardinals and the Oswego State Lakers. We are just that close to puck drop, and we are getting ready for this big matchup. Joined alongside Kyle Spizak and Thomas Talarino, I am Alex Brooks. And guys, as we mentioned before, this Oswego State women's hockey team won against Buffalo State last night, a huge win, but they also beat a ranked opponent in Hamilton College over Thanksgiving break. And Taylor Hudon and Rachel Corbett give their thoughts and reactions on that win.
I thought we were really eager to win this game. We were really positive going into it. We were in the right mindset. Just everyone really dialed in for it.
Hamilton was a great team. I think that first period we saw the speed that they had and had to adjust a little bit. And then going into the second period, I think we knew that we needed to get that goal against them.
And just a huge victory to take to Hamilton to get into the rankings. Now they are at number 15. But let's take a look at last night against Buffalo State, a big win over a Newell opponent. And guys, as we look at the highlights coming up here, let me know, what did you guys see from that matchup?
One of the things that really stood out is Mac Hull, 5 points in the game. She got not only 2 assists, but she also had a Hattie on top of that. That's unreal, man. To come in 9 goals that the Lakers put up, and she played part in 5 of them? That's unreal, but it wasn't just her, no. There was 5 different players on Oswego's team that had more than 1 point last night. That is unreal teamwork.
Yeah, like you said, the offense was on full display there in Buffalo. 9 goals, 46 shots, and they won the possession battle. 36 out of the 64 faceoffs going to the Lakers. Only thing that worried Mo on the night, 0 for 3 on the power play. On the season now, 4 for 45. They dropped down to about 8% on the power play, but they passed the puck very well. 14 assists on the night, but we're a little sloppy on the defensive end with 9 penalties.
Yeah, power play really wasn't that good, but if you take a look at the penalty kill. They killed 8 of the 9 penalties they took. That means that they played 18 minutes of this game, a player down.
Well, last night, guys, was a shocker. The Plattsburgh State Cardinals lost a game in the Newell for the first time ever. The first time ever they snapped the 74-game win streak. And what did you guys see in that game against Cortland? That was just a big shock.
I've been talking too much. I'll let you start the ball rolling.
Well,
on this
ladies
one.
and gentlemen, last night was Freaky Friday here in hockey in Division III. You know, it was a very clean, physical game. No penalties the whole time. They outshot Cortland in this one 30-27, and they won the faceoff battle 34-27. They controlled the puck for most of the game, but had one goal that just did not go their way. They played their brand of hockey and got their first loss in the Newell.
Yeah, I mean, really, it was a shocker to see that no penalties were taken for either team, and it remained such a close game. Like you said, shots were in favor of Plattsburgh, 30-27. So really, this game was super, super close, and it was just who got the good puck luck. And Cortland managed to get the bounce of the puck a little bit better and take the win. So really a huge shocker as Plattsburgh, like you said, they're take their first loss of the Newell since they joined the Newell. That's huge, and that's something that Oswego's got to keep in the back of their head and try to capitalize on going into this matchup.
Yeah, well, they can capitalize now because with the loss against Cortland, Oswego moves tied with Plattsburgh for first place in the Newell. And we're going to take a look at the standings right here. You see Oswego and Plattsburgh right at 12 points, but you got Canton and Cortland right behind them, Kyle.
Yeah, really, it's just Oswego and Plattsburgh leading the charge so far this season. They have double the points of the third-place team. I mean, that's unreal. And Cortland, mind you, Cortland was 12th in the nation when Oswego knocked them down back-to-back games. So Oswego's been on a tear lately, 8 straight, and Tommy, I'll let you take a little bit of a spin on things here.
I mean, man, this is a tough conference. You got Oswego Plattsburgh up there, 12 points each, but you can't forget about Canton and Cortland. They're at 6 points right now, and they are very physical, tough teams to face. This is a conference that I think could be very interesting going into the second half of the year.
And we're gonna take a look at around the Newell, because this matchup is not the only matchup that we're going to see here, as there's going to be a couple matchups here for going around, as we see Riviera and Potsdam, as you know, that game is in the first period right now, no score, and then you got Canton and Anna Maria. Kyle, what matchup is standing out to you right now?
I mean, both of these don't play implications when it comes to the Newell play, but it's still out of conference play, and that goes towards the national ranking. So I'd keep an eye out for Potsdam. They're not the highest rated team right now in the Newell, but they're a pretty solid team, and I think they're one that gets slept on a little bit. And Canton, the same thing, but really overall, they're games that you got to keep an eye out on just for standings wise, but really, this is the game we care about here at the Deb.
Yeah, this is a game that they need to care about, but we're halfway to puck drop between the Lakers and the Cardinals. When we come back, we'll hear from the all-time duo, Bubba Turgeon and Jacob Bradley, as they'll give their thoughts on this huge Newell matchup. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Women's Hockey on WTOP 10.
Hey guys, it's me, Isabella Gomez, filling in for Smokey Bear because he's got more to say than just...
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Like, if you're outside enjoying a barbecue, don't let a hamburger distract you from fire safety. Make sure you aren't dumping your hot coals or ashes onto the ground because that could start a wildfire. So take wildfire prevention seriously and let's save the world one day at a time. Juntos con Smokey Bear, podemos hacerlo. Go to smokeybear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Get ready with your teddy bears as teddy bear coverage continues on WTOP 10. Welcome back to the Perch alongside Kyle Spizak and Thomas Tellerino. I'm Alex Brooks, but we're not the only ones you're going to hear from tonight. We're going to send it up to the guys in the booth. That's Sportsman and Sportsboy, Thomas Turgeon and Jacob Bradley with some teddy bears right there. Guys, take it away.
Thank you, Alex. Thanks, guys. Welcome inside the Steve Levy press box. Thomas Turgeon alongside Jake Bradley here with you on the call for today's really a big matchup, but the history itself may tell a different story, Jake.
Absolutely. These two teams, they go way back. Of course, you got the rivalry that just seems to be almost innate in all realms of the sport between Plattsburgh and Oswego. Pretty one-sided, though, if we break things down. Oswego, not exactly the best in this history against Plattsburgh. They currently come into this one 42-1, so 42 losses. They've only beat this team one time, Serge.
They only beat them one time, and that only one time was on the road. So they've never beaten Plattsburgh here at the Deb or even prior in the Romney Fieldhouse. Plattsburgh, on the other hand, just overall dominant when it comes to going against Oswego itself. They're averaging over 5 goals a game against the Lakers. Oswego, on the other hand, only averaging less than 1.8 goals per game against the Cardinals going into today's matchup. So really a tough test for Oswego State. Nonetheless, I mean, you look at this matchup, they can still get it done. However, it is a big Newell game, and it's a big 2 points on the line on the conference. And Coach Mark Digby, on the other hand, he definitely hasn't overlooked this Cardinal team. Let's hear what he has to say.
For us, just trying to limit the mistakes that we make and be willing, similar to like against Hamilton, right? Work for your opportunities, defend well, and don't beat yourself, right? If they're going to beat us, they're going to beat us because they're a good team, but we don't want them to beat us because we beat us, you know. And I think trying to manage the puck well, trying to work pucks through the neutral zone effectively, right? I think all those little things, we got to take care of those, and you know, hopefully capitalize on the chances that we get.
And then Alex said it's a big game when it comes to standings. Oswego, Plattsburgh, both tied right now when it comes to standings. Plattsburgh, as they mentioned a couple moments ago, lost their first ever Newell Conference game after 74 games. The streak is finally done. Oswego looking to make it 2 in a row and potentially break their streak against the Cardinals today.
Yeah, and you know what they say, Turge, when it rains, it pours, and I think Oswego is looking for some heavy thunderstorms tonight if they're able to pick up this win. Coming off of a loss, Plattsburgh is, Oswego could ride that momentum. They've won 8 straight. So if they can come in here tonight and play the brand of hockey that's gotten them to this point against a Plattsburgh team that hasn't had to deal with a loss in the Newell at all. So we don't know how they're going to be able to come back because we've never seen that play out. So you got to wonder, is Oswego going to be able to capitalize on potentially a weakened Plattsburgh team?
And we talk about the offense. On the other hand, Oswego struggling historically against the Cardinals. They put 9 up yesterday against Jessica Augie, a goaltender that really held the Lakers in trouble last year with Buffalo State. How do they carry that through into today?
I mean, I think it's just going to be straight up a momentum battle. You know, the Lakers, they've struggled against this Plattsburgh team. They're not going to score much against this Plattsburgh team. We'll talk about the goalies in a minute and just how good they've been this year. But the Lakers, they're just going to have to make sure that they're able to keep Plattsburgh at bay. You can't really let them score too much. In the last 14 matches between these two teams, Oswego has given up at least 3 goals in each of them. That magic number of 3 is something that the Lakers cannot let happen today. They're going to need this come out there, keep them at bay. 2 or 1 goals for the Plattsburgh tonight. If Oswego could punch a couple home, we might be looking at an Oswego victory.
And although it is a different side of the game, women's hockey, men's hockey, at Gosick, the same boat. You gotta be under 2 if you want to be successful when it comes to really any team that you're playing and to get a huge 2 points on the line. However, we did mention Plattsburgh coming in ranked number 4 in the country. Oswego finally cracking the poll again. They did take down Cortland twice at the beginning of the year. They took down Hamilton just a weekend ago, another ranked opponent. That's 3 ranked opponents in a row going into today, going against Plattsburgh. As we'll see the poll here, Plattsburgh losing to University of Wisconsin River Falls in the Panther Classic just last weekend, followed by beating Elmira soundly the next day. So Elmira taking a couple drops. Oswego finally cracks the poll where they tried to aim to be earlier in the year.
You know, and every team that goes in there that plays, it's got to be so nice to look up and see your name up there, recognized amongst the greatest. This right here is a list that shows, hey, you are the top 15 teams in the nation. That's out west, that's up north, that's everywhere in the United States of America. Oswego is number 15 in Division III women's hockey. That's going to be a little bit of a confidence boost to see your name up there amongst some of the top teams in the poll. And of course, Plattsburgh, they might have dropped down one since the last poll that came out, but still, that's going to be some fuel to the fire that Plattsburgh's going to want to get back up there, knowing with the loss, they went out and, like you said, soundly beat Elmira the very next night. So they know they could beat a top 15 opponent in the past. It's going to be interesting to see how exactly they could do it tonight.
And one of the key things that's going to be to this matchup is the ladies in between the pipes. Lexi Levy will get the start for Oswego, where Lila Neese will get the start on the other end. For the Cardinals, Lexi Levy really being a bright spot for this Oswego team ever since coming in from post.
Absolutely. She has come in and absolutely dominated in the net so far for the Lakers. She's really played her brand of hockey and brought in something to the Lakers that they've desperately needed. 1.64 average goals allowed per game on top of the 6-2 record. Really been a star spot for the Lakers. Of course, winning over that spot, taking that #1 position in the goal for the Lakers. And yeah, they've just been able to ride the wave of Alexia Levy.
And on the other hand, Lila Neese in the other end for the Plattsburgh Cardinals. She's been just as good. Take a look at her stats there. Really just a sound goaltender up in North Country.
Absolutely, and really very similar to Alexia Levy when it comes down to the stats. Only 1.55 average goals against per game. So we're talking a margin between the two and the amount of goals that they average up in the game, which is why you got to assume it's going to be a very low-scoring game between these two teams. Lila Neese has been a big reason why Plattsburgh can see themselves amongst the top teams in the nation.
Absolutely, and it'll really be determined between those two goaltenders later today. But we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, it's Alex, Tommy, Kyle back on the perch. Players to watch, picks, puck drop is next.
All across the country, people are coming together to speed up what we can learn about health. The All of Us Research Program is calling on 1 million people to join us as we try to change the future of health. For your family, for future generations, for all of us. Visit joinallofus.org and find out how you can become 1 in a million.
Our son Arjun was born with cystic fibrosis. CF is a genetic disease that shortens lives. When the foundation was founded in 1955, children with CF rarely lived long enough to attend kindergarten. Today, thanks to the foundation's groundbreaking research, advocacy, and care, some people with CF are attending college, getting married, and starting families. We've made amazing progress, but until a cure is found for all people with CF, we will not stop. Help us add tomorrows. Visit cff.org today.
Is there a danger hiding in your home? Unused opioid medicines could harm your family. Find your unused opioid pills, patches, or syrups and learn how to dispose of them safely at fda.gov/drug disposal.
We are that much closer to puck drop, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the perch, alongside, of course, Kyle Spizak and Tommy Tallarino. I'm Alex Brooks, and one of the biggest impact players for this Oswego State women's hockey team is sophomore forward Ashlyn McGrath. We're going to take a look at her highlights from this season. And Spizak, Tommy, what has her impact been on for Coach Digby and this women's hockey squad?
I mean, what else can you say other than she's your leading point scorer? 11 points, 8 goals, 3 assists. Just look at this play right here. She's wheeling down the far side and absolutely rips one top shelf Bardowski. You can't get better than that. She really is the best player on this Oswego team so far this season. And honestly, I take it one further. She's been one of the best in the Newell this season.
She's been a standout for sure. She's playing that Laker brand of hockey. You know, 32 shots on the year. That's 4th in the team for shots. 13 points. That's a team high, but 5th in the conference as well, and is a +6 on the season.
Yeah, she's just filthy.
Yeah, well, we know that Ashlyn McGrath is very important to Coach Digby and this team. But will she make any of your players to watch, guys? Kyle, I'll start with you. Who should we look for?
You know, I think for a player to watch, we got to watch out for Olshansky. She's been playing great this year. 15 points on the year, 8 goals, and she had a hat trick against Morrisville. A hat trick's very rare, especially in D3 hockey. So the fact that she put that up, she's got to be somebody Oswego keeps an eye on.
For me, for Plattsburgh, it's number 25, the captain, Sarah Krusnek. She's a forward, and she leads by example with this team. She has 18 points on the year. That leads the conference. 7 goals. That's 5th in the conference and 3rd on the team. She stands out the most for me. 56 shots. She is getting pucks on net for Plattsburgh, and she was a second-team All-American last year. And then for Oswego, I have the junior forward, Kenzie Malone, number 26. Last night, she had 3 assists. She was passing that puck like Sidney Crosby. I think you would appreciate that one, Speedzak.
I do like the plug there.
You know, on the year, 6 points, 5 assists, 1 goal. She does the dirty work for this team. She makes an extra pass and creates extra possessions for the Lakers.
And for me, I got to stick with what the person I preluded to a little bit earlier in the cast, Mac Hull. 5 points in yesterday's game, 11 points on this season, 3 goals and 2 assists. That's right, she had a hattie yesterday, but she's going to have to help the picks.
Well, before we send it to the guys in the booth, who do you guys have for your picks?
I'm going Oswego, 2-1. I'm pulling for the upset here today.
I think it's going to be a shootout. It's going to be a Wild West showdown, 5-4 Plattsburgh.
I think it's going to be a shootout, but it's going to be Oswego taking the victory. But that is going to do it for the pregame show for us on the Perch. Thomas Tallarino, Kyle Speedzak, Alex Brooks. We have women's hockey coverage coming up between Oswego and the Plattsburgh State Cardinals. It's coming up next. Puck Drop is next on WTOP 10.
Put the keys down, Kevin.
But I'm gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
I guess I have really been looking for love in this dating app. Yep, I'm definitely gonna call a ride home.
I think you could build a house here with how many bricks are being laid in this game.
That is a rapid nosedive, and it is at the point of no return, guys.
Over to Teachout. Teachout over the left circle. Back to Taggart. The one-time shot. Bird scores! Philomena Taggart gets the goal. Lakers on top. It's a power play goal.
That's a good move. She's going to be taken out of the ice. No call. McAleer gets number 1 to Teachout. Teachout moving in one-on-one down the wing, using her speed, takes a shot, and she scored! Megan Teachout! And the Lakers take the 1-0 lead.
Oswego starts now.
This is a production of Hockey Night in Oswego. Only on WTOP.
Well, welcome inside the Deborah F. Stanley Ice Arena for today's contest between the number 4 team in the country, the Plattsburgh Cardinals, against the number 15 team in the country, the Oswego State Lakers. Hello, everyone. Thomas Turgeon alongside Jacob Bradley with me today for really a true matchup to tell the rest of the season for Newell play. Two of the top dogs going head-to-head. A huge 2 points on the line. Who will take first place for the short time being? Will it be the Lakers? Will it be the Cardinals? We've got 60 minutes to figure it out. Jake, opening thoughts going into today's matchup.
I mean, this is a big, humongous game tonight. It is very rare you see two top-ranked teams go up against each other, especially when it has implications of who takes sole spot of first place in the Newell. Of course, Oswego State coming in with that 8-game winning streak. Plattsburgh on the other hand coming in off of an uncharacteristic loss in the Newell. We'll have to see how both these teams are able to duke it out as two of the top teams in the nation.
Well, as AC/DC said, are you ready for a good time?
I think so.
know I am, because things are about to get rocking here. The Teddy Bear Toss, Saturday afternoon, Lakers, Cardinals, here on WTOP 10. Starting lineups tonight for Oswego, it's going to be Mac Hall, Kenzie Malone, Simone Bednarek. Forward on defense, it's going to be Webster and Zemlak. On the other end for the Cardinals, it's going to be Kresinik, Masada, Olshanki, followed by Taya and Belfour and Norton on the defensive ends. Oswego takes the puck now. It's Hull firing a shot, save, rebound, and that one goes just wide. Hull 5 points in yesterday's matchup against Buffalo State. A natural hat trick, 3 goals and 2 assists for the Watertown natives starting today. Puck's cleared by the Cardinals. It's going to be Webster, peels it back for Zemlak, up for Hull. A little ricochet deflection, a 2-on-1. Malone fires one on goal. Rebound out in front. Bednarek gets tied up out in front of the crease, and it's cleared out by the Cardinals. It's Krausenik, dumps it right in on Levy. Glove save as she'll drop it off for Zenstein, and they'll regroup. Puck knocked away, thrown out in front, intended for Wall, and it's taken back by the Lakers. It's grabbed back, though, by Shell. She collides into Unsworth, and it's grabbed back by the Cardinals. Shot on there. That's wide. That was fired by Wasik. Kept in, though, by Cho. As the Cardinals get their first really offensive possession of the game to set things up. Ashlyn McGrath clears things, looks for Grugan, but it's kept right in, though, by Wasik. Fired right on, deflection. That one goes just wide as it was sticked away by Levy. Kept in, though. Cho down low, over for Boric, back up for Cho. Grugan on the pressure, over to the opposite side, fired on goal. That one went just wide. Right back to the near side corner. Grugan looks to flip it out, cannot, and they'll get tied up there. Haas will pick up the loose puck and carry it away and dump it in. She'll be the lone forechecker as Grugan and McGrath will get a change. Hudon and Corbett on now for the newest line for the Lakers. Cho looks to clear it up the strong side. Hudon has an answer for it there. It's going to be Wall taking it up the far side. Booth on the pinch. It's picked up Corbett. Sent up top. Shines a one-timer. That one got blocked out in front. It looked like it caught Corbett in the leg. It looked a little bit of a stinger there. Booth takes it back at center ice. Clears it right back up. Shines looks to dump it in, but it just really fans off of her stick. Cho regroups and cleared right back out, though, by the Cardinals. Taken back up is Schmelzer. Booth and her tied up along the boards. It's picked up by Corbett. She'll send it up the strong side, but it's picked right back up by the Cardinals. Thompson fires it right back down in there. Calhoun behind the net now for McLean. Back up top is Katerina. Shot on wide. Grabbed back, though, by Corbett. She'll just send it right out to center ice. It's picked right back up, though, by Katerina and dumped right back in. This Cardinals team, Jake, starting to be really relentless on this forecheck.
Yeah, they really are. They're really pressuring this Oswego team, kind of making the Lakers keep their kind of tight radius in front of the goalie. So you already know that they feel a little bit of pressure, don't they?
They feel a little pressure, a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
I mean, a big winning streak coming to an end, as we talked about. Don't want to talk about it too much, but it is a big thing to talk about.
God, yeah.
The Newell started up a couple years back, and they haven't lost ever since it began. And Plattsburgh carrying the other way. It's going to be Yarkowski Carrying it in, Kirikostas just angles her off to the boards, and the puck's picked right back up, though, by the Lakers. It's going to be Mucha on the cutback, finds Webster, sends it around for Zemlak. Back up for Comboy as that goes off of her stick and dumped right back in, though, by ball four. Zemlak takes a Cardinal down. It looks like Yarkowski. No penalty there. Mucha carries it in. She'll dump one into the near side on the forecheck, and Lakers will kind of reset things and try and get things back to square as the Cardinals will try and regroup and break towards the offensive zone. It's going to be Morris as it's swung away, but picked up by Zemlak. Puck fanned on by her stick. She'll clear it out. A little bit of swing and a miss here. No, it's not baseball, but it is hockey. It's dumped right back in by the Cardinals. Picked up is Zemlak. She'll send it back over for Webster as it goes right by her. Hull looks to center it for Malone. Instead, she'll center Bednarik. Bednarik finds Malone on the far side, trying to burn by Norton. Instead, she'll just glide her way into the corner and get tied right up. As the Cardinals look to break free, and they will. It's carrying it across and dumped right in by Schmelzer. It's knocked down by Levy. Zenstein just takes the loose puck and sends it right up the boards. It'll go all the way around, all the way down the length of the ice, and we'll have our first icing of the day.
And you know what, Turge, just watching some of this early on, the first 5 minutes of play almost done, I could tell why this Plattsburgh team is number 4 in the country. I mean, it's the extra passes that they're making that is so impressive. There was a little bit of a sequence down close to us between Balfour and Yarkowski, and you could just see how they were able to just manipulate the defense into the way and find that open lane.
Face-off won by the Cardinals. It's going to be Massoda, but it's taken away by the Lakers. It's brought back across by Hull. Drop pass for Bednarik, not there. As the Cardinals get an instant turnover and break right out. This top line, Massoda, Krausenek, and Olshanki. Definitely a lot of points put on the board by these Cardinals alone. Krausenek last year, 55 points in 30 games played. Graduate student out of Saginaw, Michigan. A lot of points for the captain in black today. Brought back in by Oswego State. It's taken in by Grugan as she gets a collision there. Haas, the first one on the forecheck. Wasik cleared right back up for center ice for Wall, but it's tied up by McGrath, and she'll look to clear it back up. Finds the stick of Haas, and the Lakers just an instant swing and a turn of attack now, 2-on-2. Haas, a fired shot there. That got blocked off the skate of Thompson, and it's cleared out by the Cardinals once again. And dumped right back in by Katerina. The first one on, it looks like to be Corbett. The backwards pass over to Hudon and finds the near side. Off the boards up for Shines. Seems a little solo run here, but Hudon and Corbs pick up. Corbett looks to send one on goal and can't get anything there. It gets blocked away. Shines the cycle. Shines looking for Hudon. She'll bring it all the way around to the near side. Thompson, all the pressure on her, finds the loose puck as Corbett one more time back over to Shines in the far corner. Centered on front was for Hudon, but nothing there. Corbett dropped over for Zemlak, fires one on goal, deflected, and it looked like it didn't even get to Nice, but puck goes the corner free anyways. Hudon tied up along the boards. It looks to be Wool, Corbett as well. The loose puck, however, picked up by Thompson. As she'll peel back, Oswego looks to get a couple fresh legs out there and continue their forecheck. As Plattsburgh looks to break out, as it's carried away by Katerina up center ice, and she'll dump it in, and all the Cardinals will get a wholesale change. Come one, come all. We've got fresh legs for you.
Yeah, just on that right there alone, Oswego had some pressure put on Plattsburgh. And it was how they were able to deal with it on the rebound. They're getting shots off. They're not letting any open Lakers try to potentially capitalize on that rebound, making it just so difficult for the Lakers to find the back of the net here early on.
It's really been a 50-50 contest. Oswego leading the shot battle so far, 4-1, 12:45 remaining here in this first period of play between the Lakers and the Cardinals. A huge ranked matchup, a league matchup nonetheless. Kirikostas goes down, a stick goes free. That was the stick of McLean. There's no penalty there, just loose grip on the stick, I guess, and a couple come-uppets there, but it's taken away by the Lakers, and a shot coming on. That was wide by Kirikostas as it's cleared right back out. Picked up as She'll regroup. Tries to find a cutting Malone and now go right back in the zone. Plattsburgh looks to break it right back up, though it's Cheney. Malone takes the loose puck right out at center ice. Bednarik scoops it up after a collision with Cheney. Tries to send it up center ice, but it's taken back though by Morris. A shot blocked there. One more time cleared to the corner by Levy. It's Morris. Shell on the boards as well. A tie up out in front. Zenstein just sends it right below the goal line as well. Finds Bednarik on the breakout. Up for center ice. Simone Bednarik will dump it in for the Lakers. A couple more changes for Oswego State. Definitely being consistent with their changes. A couple weeks ago, we saw a couple sloppy changes. A 2-on-1, though, a missed pass there. Goes through the skates of Morris. As all the Lakers come to the near side boards looking to clear it, and they'll find McGrath. She's been on a point tear for Oswego State. Brings it in as a couple defenders will get a change for Oswego. As Plattsburgh will reset, it's brought back up. Cho finds the opposite side. That's going to be Masota trying to shovel one out in front. It's blocked away. Preston will clear it out and send it back out for center ice. Cho on the back end. D-to-D pass intended for Wasik. Will get it there. Back over for Krauseneck. Dumped right in, though, by Olshansky. Battle along the half wall. It's Haas with it, trying to come free. Olshansky, a one-timer shot and a huge save by Lexi Levy. She hasn't been really contested much, but a good save there.
Absolutely, yeah. She's going to have to be on her A game today. Plattsburgh, you mentioned kind of they're down one currently in the shot total, 4-3. But I want to go back to what you said about the line changes. We've really seen the Lakers be on top of that, like you said, after some sloppy ones in the last time out. You got to know, and I'm sure Coach Digby's aware of this, when you're playing a top 4 team, you cannot be making those types of mistakes. Even the sloppy ones Plattsburgh will capitalize on, so the Lakers have done really well with that so far.
Shines going for a pass for Corbett, and Corbett would race for it with Thompson, but she wouldn't be the winner. She would be the loser in that race, and it'll go all the way back down for an icing and face-off in the Lakers' end, the near side face-off circle. It's going to be Shines on the face-off with Masota. The puck is dropped, one by Shines, and it's picked right up. Webster just slams it away across the opposite side of the boards. Chips one more. Corbett, Hudon racing for it, but it's going to be coming right back as Katarina was the first one there. Another icing for this tired Lakers squad.
Just getting the sprints in today here, Turge, aren't we? With the icings going down and back on the ice. But of course, the Lakers just trying to dump it out as frequently as possible, keeping it out of their own defensive zone, and just making sure that Plattsburgh doesn't walk away with a goal here.
Face-off won by the Cardinals this time. It's going to be Unsworth. Sends it down for Wall as it's pressured back. Oswego back on the back end. It's going to be Unsworth picking it up once again. Katarina at the point. Sends it over for Schmelzer. Shot blocked by Corbett as it'll go wide. Little ruckus from the bench there in support of her team. Coach Digby talking about how the support on the bench has been nothing but positive over the last 8 games for this Oswego State team. Fed out in front. Deflection. Looked like it went off of, looks like Zemlak out in front, but Levy finds a loose puck, covers it up. Oswego does finally get a change after that line. Corbett Shines Hudon out there for quite a while.
Yeah, and that's a veteran move right there from Lexi Levy for the sophomore, able to just kind of notice that, hey, something almost went drastically wrong there. When the puck goes off of your own team, you just want to cover it, and that's exactly what she does. Make sure, get the fresh legs out there, and everybody takes a deep sigh of relief.
Face-off won by the Cardinals, but it's picked right back up. Shell just sends it into the open corner, but picks it right back up. As Zenstein looks to clear back up the near side. Comboy almost blows a tire there, but it's taken back by the Cardinals. Unsworth back up top, a shot there. Pad saved by Levy on the shot by Norton. A huge kick save, but consistency is key, and that's what's happening here. Another icing, not in favor of Oswego State, in favor of the Cardinals.
Absolutely, that's a good job just to dump it and get it away by Zenstein. Of course, nothing but open ice right there where that puck was at. Zenstein just lets one rip. It just says, get this away from me any way possible. But yeah, Lexi Levy using the pads to her advantage, knocking that puck away.
Face off, a little tie-up, but picked up by the Cardinals. A shot there. That one goes wide. It looked like Levy may have gotten a blocker on it. Was a shot by Wasik. Or excuse me, McLean, but it's picked right back up though by McLean. Dropped off to ball four, excuse me. Backed right up, Schmelzer. Intended pass by Schmelzer goes off the stick of Kiriakos. Picked right up though by the Cardinals. Balfour shot blocked away by Levy. Fed right back out in front though. All sticks there as nothing got through, and a pass intended up top on the point for Norton goes off for a stick. Oswego gets a key change They had a couple close breaks there on the icings. They couldn't get a change. Long skate from the bottom of the circles back to the Oswego bench and sent right down. Booth, the first one on it. It's cleared over for Preston. Right back up for Bednarik. Tries to center it for Hall, but grabs the loose puck as it went off the skate of a Cardinal right in front of the Lakers bench. Dumped in by Preston as it's regrouped by Plattsburgh. Cleared right back out, though. Centered right back in, though, by Bednarik, and it's kept right back by the Cardinals. A little bit of pitch and catch by each team, and it's cleared down the length of the ice. Icing waved off. Booth takes a chop at it. That comes to the near side. As it's taken back by Kowalski. Grabbed back by Malone. Sends one more to Bednarik. Over to Hall in front of the Plattsburgh bench. She'll dump it in. And it's knocked down by Neese. We haven't really heard much of her as of late. Plattsburgh having really a majority of the offensive opportunities as of recently.
Yeah, they're coming out aggressive here, especially in the last 5 or so minutes, just making sure that they're able to knock things away. But yeah, the Lakers, we're going to see if they can get some more offensive opportunities here with the next 7:36 remaining.
McGrath tries to throw one on goal. It got deflected, and we'll have a stoppage of play. I can't tell if, yeah, it did. The puck ended up on the back end of the goal, but it was covered there by Neese by her blocker instead of her glove. A little, nothing you really hear of as of commoncy, but I don't think that's even a word. But either way,
a little right-hand red if we're playing Twister.
Right-hand red for the Plattsburgh goaltender, who ironically is also in red. But Cardinals win the draw. It's taken back by Krausenek. A pass intended for Masauda, but it's gloved away by Webster and sent back into center ice as the Cardinals regroup. Krausenek again. Taking it across the near side. Slowly brings it in. A dish pass over to the opposite side. Can't get anything there. Masauda gets tied up. A little cross check by Webster. 50-50 battle in the corners. A nice sachet by Haas, and she'll chip it out to center ice. A deflection by McGrath to get it into the offensive zone. Get a couple changes. Grugan the first one on it. Thompson on the reverse. And it's cleared right back out, though, by the Cardinals. Dumped in by Shell. As the Cardinals will take it back, and they'll get their own change as well. Bednarik on the breakout. Finds the far side looking for Hall, but sticked away by Boric as she takes Hall to the boards. Zemlak looking to clear it. Got blocked by Wall. One more time by Unsworth as they hold the line. As they can't really get anything going, Unsworth takes it back. Sends it over for Norton. She'll just send it right back in deep, and it's grabbed back by Wall. Webster looks, or Zemlak looks for a poke. It's taken back, though, by Balfour. Shot, glove save, Levy. She read that all day like an open book. It still remains 0-0, 6:05 remaining here in the first period.
Yeah, we got a stalemate here, Turge. Both teams firing at all cylinders. Neither side even to find the back of the net so far. Again, we talked about it in the pregame. Here's the replay. Alexi Levy on the glove save. Smooth like butter over there in net. But we talked about the goalie comparison, how neither one of these teams have that weakness at goalie. Both teams showing that here early on.
Shot by Norton going just wide, and it's picked up by the Cardinals again. Norton at the point. Shot deflected, scores! And traffic out in front. The commentator's curse strikes again, wow. Jake. And it wasn't shortly after he said it, but at the end of the day, a good shot from the point. It looks like it may have gotten tipped out in front based off of the line itself. Unsworth the first one to go through. The crisp high fives by the Cardinals. It's a 1-0 game. Just 13 seconds later, we have a different score. It's 1-0 Cardinals with 5:51 remaining. Just right off the draw. Reset things. Shot from the point. Gets through traffic, and it's a 1-0 game in favor of the Cardinals as they dump it right back in. They're right where they started. There'll be an icing, so it'll come right back down to the other end of goaltender Lila Neese.
Yeah, it looked like on that goal there might have been a little bit of a deflection. A lot of traffic in front of the net there. It just wound up going right through the legs of Lexi Levy and finding the back of the net on that one. So the key is now here, how do you come back from that 1-0? It's still a close game, so much time. You just can't, you got to come back strong, and you got to score before Plattsburgh can.
And a miscue there by Booth. It's taken back by Schmelzer. Sends a shot on goal, save, rebound. The puck came free, but the ref blew the whistle first, so we'll have a stoppage. A little frustration on the Plattsburgh bench. Kevin Houle is a little confused why they blew the whistle. The puck came free. There'll still be a face-off in the Oswego zone. Plattsburgh almost had number 2 there in just a matter of seconds. This face-off is won by the Cardinals, and they'll reset. And it will be going to Unsworth for the Cardinals, and Norton will get the assist. Unsworth already her 5th on the year, 5 goals, 7 assists now for 12 points in 10 games played for the graduate student from Plattsburgh. A lot of graduate students, a well-respected team in national play and conference play, and a very depth team, to say the least. Many graduate students, a lot of upperclassmen on this team. They've been working together for a few years, and it's definitely shown the chemistry on the ice so far. As it's dumped in, though, by Calhoun. The Lakers regroup. A stretch pass up for Comboy, dropped off for Mucha. She gets a stick on it, tied up, and dumps it in anyways, finds the puck. Kiriakos, the first one on the forecheck. Puck ricochets off the boards. Bednarek looking to keep it in, cannot. It's taken right back out, though, by the Cardinals. It's Morris. She sends one on goal. Deflection off the stick of Shell, but finds the paddle of Levy, and we'll have another stoppage. 4:33 remaining to play here on WTOP 10 in this first period of play. Thomas Sturgeon and Jacob Bradley with you on the call. And Plattsburgh leading 1-0, and now leading in the shot battle 9-4. Face-off won by Oswego, and it's taken right back up the near side as Shell with a shovel backhand, and Bednarek with some consistency will try and do one off the boards after that, but it gets a tie up right in front of the Oswego bench. It's going to be Malone. Bednarek finds the loose puck on a battle between Malone, Bednarek, Morris, and Katerina as it's brought in by Hall, dumped right in as it goes off the boards behind the net of Nice, and can't get anything going there. Morris, puck comes free, and Hall almost had it to try and keep it in, but no one else could hold the blue line there, and it's brought back in, though, by the Lakers. A missed pass, Malone in, shot, blocked by Katerina, and a shove there by Bednarek. That will be a penalty. It looks like a roughing call for Oswego State as number 74 in white will go to the box. Could have gone both ways there. A little bit of a edge work miscue there by the Plattsburgh defender, but at the same time, if the numbers are showing, you gotta be cautious on that. Bednarek going the sin bin. Plattsburgh their first time on the power play. 38.2% effective so far. Face-off won by the Cardinals. It's Norton again as they'll reset. Nice saucer pass over there for Boric. Back up for Norton. Sends it over to the opposing side as Olshansky, a shot on. It's stopped by Levy. Krausenek out in front looking for number 2 on the deflection. Still remains 1-0, 14 seconds off the penalty so far. If you're Oswego right now, I mean, you look at it, they're not playing too bad when it comes to Plattsburgh. They're being very competitive, and face-off won by the Cardinals. Once again, it's Norton. McGrath being really cautious on that point. A fanned-on pass by Boric, cleared out by Haas, as Norton will be the first one on it. She'll take it behind the net of Nice. Nice coming out with a little bit of a charge almost, trying to be cautious on Haas, and kind of almost a screenplay, one would say.
It looked it, yeah.
It's amazing how much the transition of different sports come into other sports as well.
It's all the same.
It's all the same. As we look here in the corner, it's going to be Zenstein. The puck came free. It's intended for Norton. It comes all the way down the length of the ice. Coach Digby giving the hand saying, come on, get a change real quick.
Yeah.
As they will. Corbett and Hudon on the next PK unit out. 2:43 remaining in this first period of play. Boric carrying it across. Corbett takes it to the wall and takes it out. It's a 1-on-2. Rachel Corbett down the right side, slows things down, throws a shot on goal, patted away by Nice. The puck came free. It's grabbed back, though, by Wasik. Taken over for Wall, and it's brought across the near side for the Cardinals. Wall burns by Zemlak, fed over to the opposite side, thrown on goal. Was a shot there by Masota and went wide. Another shot, Wasik shot, glove saved by Levy. Puck out in front, tries to throw it, but it's cleared out by Webster. A couple more seconds off that clock. 15 seconds remain in the penalty to Simone Bednarek as it's cleared right back up by the Cardinals. They try and get one last break. Wall in, shot, another save by Levy. flashing the leather. Another one again and again. 7 seconds remaining in the penalty to Bednarik. 1:53 in the first period of play.
Yeah, that is a big-time stop right there. They just got to hold on for 7 more seconds here. I mean, this power play unit, you mentioned it, Turk, it's pretty solid. So we're going to have to see if they're going to be able to carry this one out, which it looks like they will. An excellent, excellent penalty kill by the Lakers right there.
Zenstein with the swinging 9-iron to clear the puck and kill the final remaining seconds off on the penalty, as Bednarik will come back on and hold the blue line there, except it was sticked away by McLean. Brought right back, though, by the Cardinals. They try and regroup things and send it right down the length of the ice. Icing waved off. Zenstein sends it all the way around for Bednarik. Cleared out to center ice. Hall tries to scoop it up. Cannot. Malone takes a tumble. Grabbed back, though, by Shell. Dumped right back in. Neese knocks it down behind the net. For the Cardinals, a reverse pass right where the puck came from and cleared right back out by the Cardinals as the puck hopped over Simone Bednarik's stick, and it's taken back, though, by McLean. Shot right again. It's like I'm looking at a mirror again and again. A glove save. I don't know if they're headhunting or they're just Lexi Levy with the glove, constant again and again.
Well, I don't know if you remember, Turge, but in the pregame, we were watching them kind of shoot on net. A lot of stuff up the crossbar, a lot of high shots, and right there we're seeing that with Lex Levy. But we know how she could be with the glove. We know what she's like because we've watched her all year. So almost a perfect storm for both sides here, it seems like.
McGrath swinging away at it, finally finds open ice as Masota takes it away. It's Krausenik down the right side. A shot blocked by Booth. The rebound. Levy with a spin out all the way outside the goal. Did a little 360.
Like Mario Kart.
Little Mario Kart spin out after a blue shell, but this team back at it. It's 40 seconds remain in this first period of play. Plattsburgh up 1-0 against these Oswego State Lakers, winning the shot battle 13-5. Really a 50-50 game, though. A couple good saves by Levy at the same time, a couple routine saves as well. As it's picked up by Wasik. Puts on the brakes. Sends it right back over for Calhoun. Sends it back out for Krausenik. Finds open ice on the far side. It's going to be Unsworth. Starting for Masota. The puck goes off the skate of Booth. Right back in the Lakers' end. A miscue by Haas. A turnover picked right back up is Unsworth. Fed out in front. A one-timer off the outside of the cage. Tries to center one more time was Unsworth, but it's cleared right back out by McGrath. 6 seconds remaining. Wasik back in for Unsworth. Dumps it in. 3, 2, 1. And that will just about do it for the first period of play. Plattsburgh leads 1-0. A good period for the Lakers, if you can say that.
Yeah.
I mean, a 1-0 score, a couple close opportunities. Lexi Levy making a few key saves. Neese on the other hand as well, making some saves of her own. Killing off the penalty. A lot of positives to take away for each team.
Absolutely. I think this was a very good period for the Lakers. The key now is what happens to these next 15 minutes. You got to keep that intensity up. They came out strong. It's easy to come out strong. The second period is going to be what we're keeping the eye on, just because what's the next 20 going to look like? How are those legs going to feel? You know, you got a lot of lactic acid building up there. How are we going to come back out, and how are we going to come back out strong and keep this team at bay and put one on the board ourselves?
Yeah, they definitely have a huge test to ask for Oswego State. But when we come back, it's the boys back on the perch. Alex Brooks, Kyle Spizak, and Tommy Talario for the first intermission report right here on WTOP Time.
Hey guys, it's me, Isabella Gomez, filling in for Smokey Bear because he's got more to say than just...
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Like, if you're outside enjoying a barbecue, don't let a hamburger distract you from fire safety. Make sure you aren't dumping your hot coals or ashes onto the ground because that could start a wildfire. So take wildfire prevention seriously and let's save the world one day at a time. Juntos con Smokey Bear, podemos hacerlo. Go to smokeybear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention.
Welcome back to Major Discussions.
apples and bananas. Why can't I eat apples and bananas?
Support the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks to help provide meals to those in need. Join us at feedingamerica.org.
One period down, 2 periods to go. Plattsburgh is up 1-0 over Oswego between the Plattsburgh State Cardinals and the Oswego State Lakers here for the first intermission report on WTOP 10. I'm Alex Brooks alongside Kyle Spizak and Tommy Tallarino. And guys, it's a 1-0 score between Plattsburgh, but this game could have gotten out of hand in this first period.
It was a really, really close game. Honestly, it could have went either way. Oswego had some really good chances to start off the period. And then Plattsburgh, as they went on, obviously they got a goal. But Plattsburgh, being the number 4 team in the nation, they were playing like they're the number 4 team in the nation, which put in a lot of pressure on Oswego.
Yeah, they played their brand of hockey in this one, showing why they are the number 4 seed right now. They played very fast, in my opinion. They were out there running in transition, and they won the possession battle, even though they lost the face-off numbers.
Yeah, and Oswego and Plattsburgh, it's just a very, back and forth game. We'll take a look at the highlights here, and guys, take it away. Give me what you saw.
I mean, yeah, we take a look at this replay right there, and just some great goaltender play from Nice. As you can see, an opportunity there, good blocker save, manages to keep that one out wide enough where they can't poke it back in the net. And Levy, she's been really playing outstanding.
Yeah, Levy had some tough takes there in the first. The first goal, she got screened by her own defenders. Nothing you can do there. Something that the Oswego defense has to do something different in the second period. They can't get in their own ways and get out of hand here.
And block shots are really important, but you don't want to get in the way of your goalie's vision either. So obviously if you take away a shot from your goalie, that's huge. But if you miss it and then you take away their vision, that's how you get that goal on the first one. But like you were saying, really, it's a pretty even contest. Oswego leading the face-off battle. Only 5 more shots for Plattsburgh, and Levy's been playing a great game, keeping the onslaught of Plattsburgh shots out of the back of the net.
Yeah, and Tommy, you look at the power play right there. Oswego, they haven't been able to get in there, and then Plattsburgh being 0 for 1 on the power play. What does Oswego have to do just to kill off the penalty and be able to stay in this game?
They got to play fundamental hockey. They can't get in the penalty box a lot. You know, we saw the roughing penalty from Bendrick there around 16-14 in the first period. But when they had an impressive PK, I will say, they only had a couple shots on for Plattsburgh. Something that has been a positive for the Lakers has been that penalty kill. The power play, we'll see where it goes from there.
Yeah, I second what you said. The penalty kill was outstanding. I mean, there was a lot of opportunities where a second chance rebound comes in front, and the Lakers, for example, Webster is the one I'm going to use as a specific example. Puck got bounced out in the middle. It was kind of chaotic. She was able to send it down the ice and get it out of the front of that. That is crucial on a penalty kill. And they kept the shots to the outside, not letting too many get from that high slot zone, high percentage shot. So really good job on the penalty kill for Oswego State.
Yeah, well, guys, we had 1 goal scored for Plattsburgh. It was from Nicole Unsworth, assisted by Maddie Norton. What did you guys see from that goal as we look at the replay?
Well, I'll take this one away. As we see, Norton gets it over to Unsworth, and we see Oswego kind of getting their own way of Levy. Levy can't see, and it goes straight 5-hole right there.
Yeah, that was kind of just a weird bounce, too. It takes a weird bounce off the ice, kind of just goes right over in between the pad and the glove, it looks like. A good pass right there from Norton finding Unsworth up at the top. Or actually, sorry, Unsworth with a tip. That was a really good tip there. The shot didn't leave the ice. She redirects it over the glove of Levy. That's good hockey IQ from Plattsburgh, being able not only to tip the puck over the glove of Levy, but seeing the opportunity for the tip and keeping the puck low on the ice to give it that opportunity.
Yeah, and it is only 1-0 Plattsburgh, and that is all to Lexi Levy in net for Oswego. She has been playing pretty good so far, and just keeping this at a 1-0 game. Tommy, I'll start with you. What did you see from her?
Yeah, I saw her being able to move side to side very well. She covered the puck when she needed to. She was kicking it out. It was fundamental hockey right there. This is what they brought her in to do. And for the Lakers, they got to build off this. Yes, you let in the goal, but it's all right. You go out, get them to goal on the offensive end, and support your goalie. She's not getting a lot of support on the defensive end, and she's making some great saves here for the Lakers.
Yeah, and Levy, a D1 transfer from Post University coming down, and she has been the star of this Oswego team all season. She has just been outstanding, as we see there. Tries to get a cover on the puck, but the whistle was blown anyways, so it's called dead. She keeps another one out of the net, and we saw a lot of glove saves. She's looking like a catcher out there, man. A little bit of Buster Posey action. Nothing's getting by her, really, especially around that glove hand. Just outstanding all year, especially on that glove side. Blocker side doesn't really matter. She has been amazing at stopping the pucks up top. A lot of the goals that have been scored this year, it's been not necessarily her fault, whether she's hung out to dry or just a second chance rebound opportunity she can't get to.
Well, we've also seen that, from Lexi Levy being able to get those saves. Plattsburgh has missed a lot of opportunities to shoot. They're 0 for 1 on the power play. Kyle, I'll start with you. What did you see from them?
I mean, that penalty kill was just really, really good from Oswego, I thought. They were able to get the puck out of the zone as we take a look at the replay here. That one's just a miscue from Plattsburgh right there. Goes right under their stick, and they messed it up. Kind of like how Jacob messed up his third-place pie in the Sports Talk Pie Bake-Off.
That's right.
Yeah, me and Tommy T won that. Had to get that shameless plug in there. But really, Tommy, Plattsburgh had the opportunities. They just kind of whiffed on a lot of them.
Yeah, they couldn't get anything going on the power play. They were in their own way, really. We saw a lot of opportunities right there, and they just didn't know how to react to them.
Well, guys, this is a close game. This is closer than Oswego would probably be projecting against the number 4 team in the nation, one of the top teams in the Newell. What does Oswego need to do to get back in this game and hopefully win?
You got to regroup your legs, get the momentum back going, recover a little bit, get some rest in between periods, and you got to come out firing. They came out really hot in the beginning of the period, kind of slowed down as it went on. Fatigue kicked in. You just have to keep going with it and try to get a goal or two up here.
Well, that is going to do it for the first intermission report. We'll send it back to Thomas Bubba Turgeon and Jacob Bradley for second period coverage on WTOP 10.
I think you could build a house here with how many bricks are being laid in this game.
That is a rapid nosedive, and it is at the point of no return, guys.
Jill told me it was Kitty from Glee. Yeah, what is it?
It's Al Roker.
When you look at the number of disasters in the U.S., chances are every area will deal with some kind of emergency in the next decade. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
Welcome back to Major Discussions.
Welcome back into the Deb, where teams are getting ready to return back to the ice for the second period of play, right here on WTOP 10. Oswego State, Plattsburgh State, number 4, number 15. Thomas Sturgeon, Jacob Bradley with you here on the call for today's matchup. And Jake, it's been a close one, as the guys said. Oswego looking to really turn the tide when it comes to history and try and give them another loss to make it 2 in a row in Newell play.
Absolutely. It almost seems unheard of when it comes to Plattsburgh and the Newell dropping potentially 2 in a row, but the Lakers, they've got a lot of work to make up. Although the scoreboard says 1-0 against a team like Plattsburgh, putting 1 goal in the back of the net is difficult enough, let alone 2 without them being able to score. So it really is crunch time, 40 minutes where the Lakers are going to have to put out their best efforts to be able to take away this victory.
They're definitely going to need all 40 minutes to get the job done tonight, because this team as a whole is going to need a victory. As the clock ticks down to start off period 2 between the Lakers and the Cardinals. Same lines to start off the second period of play. Norton and Balfour, as well as Krusnik, Masota, and Olszewski for the Cardinals. On the other hand, the Lakers, Bednarik, Malone, Hall at the forward line, and Webster and Zemlak on the defensive ends. Period 2 underway, 19:50 remaining to go. Shots in favor of the Cardinals, 13-5 to start off this second period of play. Malone carrying it across the neutral zone, driving towards goal as the puck slips off, and there was an ugly collision there. We're going to have a stoppage of play. There will be a delayed penalty. And it was an ugly collision, and nonetheless, it's going to be a power play in favor of the Lakers. It's going to be Krausenik going to the box for a trip. As we're early in this second period of play, Kenzie Malone taking the trip and colliding aggressively into the side boards, as things in the Deb just went relatively silent here as we all sit here waiting, as Kenzie Malone waiting here, and as Oswego State stays silent as trainer down working on Malone. We'll see what, as time plays out. EMTs will be on the ice currently as they work their way back. Currently static on, we're not sure what the injury is. We definitely sure as heck will not speculate on it, as it was a gruesome collision, looks like on the straight back end, but trainer Kevin Joyce helping Malone up now. She will get back up onto her feet on her own power, so that's good to look at. And it will be a 2-minute penalty. We just heard a scream from the crowd, it looked like, saying 2 minutes, saying that's crazy.
I mean, you know, that was a pretty hard collision, and the fact that Kenzie is up there under her own power getting on out of here is really, really awesome to see.
And although it's a tough one to take, on a tripping aspect, I do not believe you can call a major when it comes to tripping as a whole. And that's what it was, and it's no fault to Krauseneck. Yes, she did create the trip, and it wasn't in a awkward collision. It was just the fact that Malone went down. The ice is still slippery and collides into the far end boards.
I think even our athletic trainer may have taken a little spill out there as well. That's how slippery the ice is.
It is very slippery. Fresh ice cut, you know the deal.
Yep.
Face-off won by Oswego. They'll set up their first power play of the game. It's going to be Zenstein over for Shell. Back over for Shine. She fans on the shot. It's cleared to the corner, and we'll have another penalty coming up. It's going to be another trip in favor of the Lakers. The Cardinals will go to the penalty box not once, but twice, as Norton will go to the box for another tripping penalty, as we'll have a power play now. I guess the fans in front of us were a little corrected. They wanted 5. They're going to get 4 minutes total worth of penalty time. 1:49 on the first, 2 minutes on the second.
Yeah,
and a 5-on-3.
This is almost 2 full minutes with a 5-on-3 advantage for the Lakers. This is huge to potentially take and tie up this ball game if they're able to find one here.
The Cardinals' penalty kill relentless, only allowing 3 power play goals all year in the man advantage for Plattsburgh. 91.4% effective, 32 for 35 on the PK. Norton for tripping. 34 seconds into the game, and we're in the second period. We already have 2 penalties. He's picked right up. Zenstein. Lakers looking to set up shop. Shell for Zenstein. Back over for Shines. She kicks it in her skates. Sends it right back up. Shell. Back for Zenstein. One-timer, deflection, save, rebound, score! It's Ashlyn McGrath, 1-1. Let the Teddy Bears fly. And Oswego State has tied things up 1-1 on the power play.
Absolutely beautiful right there. That is exactly what the Lakers needed, finding it off the rebound. I talked about earlier how Plattsburgh's right there, always on the rebound, trying to protect that second chance opportunity. The Lakers are able to squeeze through and knock it home, and Turge let the Teddy Bears fly here in the depth.
It's early in the second period, so we have to be careful on all the helpers coming out on the ice trying to scoop up the Teddy Bears. They're doing their best penguin shuffle, I'd say. But either way, it's a 1-0 game, and the Teddy Bear releaser this year for Oswego State will be the point leader on the team, Ashlyn McGrath. Goal number 10 so far this season for number 13 White. We'll check out the replay here. Shot coming on, just let me pick up the scraps, why don't I? A 1-1 score early in the second period. Jake, you talked about how crucial this power play opportunity was for the Lakers. It looks like we got a full move-in bin worth of Teddy Bears for Toys for Tots this year. More coming on the ice right now from the stands as they're sporadically being thrown. A couple more being thrown out on the ice. Just overall a great cause to get back to the community right before the holidays.
I think personally, Terz, this might be one of my favorite things that we do here at Oswego for the community. I absolutely love the Teddy Bear Toss. It's so cool to see the community come together and pull out such an incredible turnout for Toys to Tots. Not to mention it comes with a Laker goal, so who doesn't love when that happens? But to tie it up 1-1, plus the full minute left of a penalty, the Lakers are in good shape coming out. This is exactly what they needed here in the second period.
And the bench is rocking right now. The noise being made in the Deb. They're back in this game. Couple shots, go find the back of the net.
And right in the center of it's Kenzie Malone as well. You love to see her back out there.
Absolutely. Clearly, she's ready to go. She wins that one clean as could be. fresh out of a car wash, someone would say. Clean face-off win by the Oswego State Lakers. Goal going to McGrath, her 17th on the year. Zenstein with an assist to get her 6th assist on the year, and Shell's 3rd assist on the year, as Oswego State getting a power play goal here for the Lakers. Definitely needed. They're only their 5th power play goal on the year for the Lakers. They were 8.9% effective going into today's game, but at the same time, Coach Digby's saying the special teams, it'll only matter when it really matters. I think that was finally a point where it really matters. They've been beating teams on regulation. They haven't been allowing goals on the other end on the PK. So at the same time, they're looking to really just play their style of hockey.
Absolutely. That PK is something that has been huge for Plattsburgh all year, and the Lakers were able to take advantage of a very rare opportunity, 5-on-3 against Plattsburgh, and pick up that goal.
There's a little push and shove along the boards as it's Malone that goes down as well. She'll get right back up. Plattsburgh returns to full strength. Zenstein a miscue and communication there by Bednarik. As it goes down the length of the ice, Zenstein the first one on it, and it'll be an icing. It'll go right back down. Plattsburgh won't get a change, so it'll be a face-off back in the Cardinal end.
Yeah, you gotta love the energy that we're seeing from the Lakers here starting off the second period. That goal could not have come at any better time for the Lakers. They're fired up, they're yelling, they're screaming, they're banging the sticks against the boards. It just seems like an all-around good time down there.
Shot coming on, save, rebound, almost came free. And Comboy was the first one there, couldn't get anything going as it was smothered by Nice. Keeping things quiet out in front of goal. Another good quality opportunity for the Lakers. 17-10 remaining in the second. We have a tie game now. Close game here in the Deb on Teddy Bear Toss Day is the final home game, final overall game as Kirikostas gets a shove there. And we said the final home game for the Oswego State Lakers women's hockey team. Final game before the new year as they'll be back in action back in January. So they'll have a nice month rest before going back to work. First game against Amherst to start off the year, a ranked opponent down in New England. But it's cleared out by the Cardinals as they'll go back to work. Unsworth looking to chip it by and gets by Shell, a 2-on-1. A sprawling Zenstein with a nice stick block there, sends it right back to the near boards and cleared right back out. As the Cardinals try and bring things back in, Zenstein sweeping the puck away down beneath the net of Levy. Dropped right back off though, Unsworth looking jam towards goal, and that one goes just wide. Shines the first one on, trying to chip it out, cannot. And it's cleared right back in by the Cardinals. Wall on the corner, shoved down by Shell. As the puck comes free, a little tie up as Unsworth sends one out in front. Schmelzer looking for it, Schmelzer getting for it, cannot, as it's dumped right back in by Corbett. It goes off a leg. Hudon tries to kick it in. As it's fed out in front, Corbett gets taken down on the one-timer. She fans on it. Hudon tied up in the corner. Grabbed back at the point. Webster brings it across and sends it right back in. Couple of changes coming on, and Plattsburgh will bring it right back out. It's Schmelzer. Dumped in by the Cardinals. They'll get a full change as well. As Levy knocks it down, Webster just sends it right back up. Almost perfect tape to the opposing team. That was McLean. Webster tries to clear. It's grabbed back by McLean. Calhoun in the slot. It's brought back up top over to Norton. First one on, McGrath trying to chop it out of the zone. Cannot. Tied up in the corner. It's Zemlak Haas as Zemlak gets taken down. As Plattsburgh all over the place right now. McLean shot coming on and right eaten up by Levy. A couple collisions there. The streaking Kowalski into the net of Lexi Levy. No rebound there though, as we'll stop things. 14:57 remaining here in this second period of play. 1-1's the score, and quite a chess match here in Newell play.
Absolutely. You know, we've been seeing it, especially, of course, the shots leading the way of Plattsburgh. How they're still trying to shoot high on Lexi Levy, and she has not been able to let anything go by her today. The one goal they scored was low through the 5-hole. We'll have to see if they can make that sort of adjustment against Lexi Levy here. That might be the difference maker, Turge.
Preston, a miscommunication there with her defensive partner Booth. Malone puts on the spinorama, tries to find open ice for Bednarik. Instead, it goes into the feet of Preston and sticked away, but grabbed back by the Lakers. 3-on-2. Malone, shot, saved by Nice, rebound, score! No! They wave it off. Wow, what a turn of events there. The puck came free. We saw it at both ends. Oswego had an opportunity, or Plattsburgh had an opportunity. They blew it dead. Plattsburgh saw the puck came free. They couldn't capitalize on the goals. We'll see the replay here. They're waving it off. The officials talking with Coach Digby. The frustration in front of us just beneath the press box is clearly apparent, and rightfully so, as it goes both ways. It seems like what one could say, that was a little bit of a makeup. Plattsburgh gets away with a loose rebound by Nice. Hull was going to be the one tapping it in.
Ooh. If
so, that would have been her 7th on the year, but no luck.
Yeah, it looked like it got covered up, but it came out. But in that moment, they had blown the whistle, so the play's dead, unfortunately, and the Lakers are unable to score.
Bednarik looks to swing one on, but cannot get anything going there. The puck came free. It's behind the net. Lakers getting a little mojo. Bench making some noise, but the Plattsburgh Cardinals cleared out. It's going to be Krauseneck, finds the far side. Is Olszewski. Bednarik. Krauseneck the first one there as well, but goes off a few feet and cleared right out by the Lakers. Wasik sends it up to center ice. Shell shovels it out, or at least tries to. A deflection there almost leads to the back of the net. Zenstein got a stick on it, but it went wide. As Cho will regroup, finds over for Wasik. Banks it off the boards and goes right back in. It'll be an icing on the Cardinals.
Now, Turge, when we have such a close opportunity like that where you felt the goal, you tasted it, you heard the horn, the light went on, but you get it taken away from you. How do you come back from something like that?
I think you just keep your mojo going. I mean, you listen to the bench down there. They were making some ruckus before the puck even drops. So it's more the chin-up mentality. You keep moving forward, and that's what the Lakers are trying to do. Webster looks to send one out in front, a little too low. Shines will just backhand it in, but it's cleared over to the opposite side by the Cardinals and set right back up to the point. Corbett sends it right back deep. Hewed on the first one on. Cardinals looking to cycle it back up the strong side. They'll finally break out. It's going to be Wall sending it over for Unsworth. Zemlak a poke, burns by, was Unsworth, but it's sticked away by Webster. Brought back to where Zemlak was as she'll get tied up, sending it up the strong side boards. Katarina. Back up top for Thompson. Shot saved. Shines a backhand. It rolls off of the stick of Katarina. And it's cleared right back out. Oswego State looking to get a change. Got to be careful there on the too many men's. We've seen it happen a few times. We saw it happen twice last night. Conboy looking to swing it just right into the back of the offensive zone. Cannot. Mucha centered for Conboy. Mia Conboy back up for Mucha, fires one on, deflection save, rebound. Knocked away by Nice. The Lakers got some mojo and a delayed penalty as well, as the Lakers will go back on the power play for a hook.
Yeah, and right there alone, Lila Nice, that was a beautiful opportunity from Tessa Mucha to try to score right there. Had a wide open shot, and Nice is right there, not just once, but twice to knock it away. But yeah, the Lakers, they're going to be a man up once again, it looks like here, as the refs come together to congregate a little bit. Here you see the saves from Nice. The wide open pass to Mucha had nothing but open air, and then of course the putback. Nice is there once again for the save. Looks like the penalty is going to happen. It's going to be on number 9, Emma McLean from Plattsburgh.
Face-off won by the Lakers as they'll set up shop for the power play. As they regroup things, Shell. Shines, tries to fire one on. That got blocked out in front by Wasik, and it's cleared out. Set all the way down the length of the ice is going to be Zenstein trying to knock that spinning puck down. It's being a little tedious task as they regroup things. Oswego, a little deflection there. Grugan trying to knock it down, but it's grabbed back by the Cardinals, sent right back in by Calhoun. As the Plattsburgh penalty kill being a little more aggressive on Oswego's regroups when it came to the defensive zone, but Oswego bringing it right back in. It's McGrath, fires one on, patted away by Nice. As they'll slow things down a little bit. Man, 15 to go. Zenstein Back at the point. Finds Hall. Hall deflected away and cleared right back out by Calhoun, but right into the Plattsburgh bench, and it was gloved down in front by the backup goaltender, Chloe Beaubien. And a little too close for comfort, just a quick snag from the goaltender on the bench.
Just keeping her on her toes.
Little just in case, a little warm-up.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, it'll be 11:08 to go in this second period of play. 1:07 on the power play for the Lakers as it's won by Oswego. Sent around by Bednarik and it's grabbed by Haas. As she'll set things up, a fan on the pass as it leads to Oswego exiting the offensive zone. Bednarik, nice protection on the puck as she'll cut back, a little figure eight. A little deflection off the skate of Hall. It goes down all the way behind the net of Nice. Norton, a miscue on the forecheck by Malone, and it's cleared right back down by the Cardinals. The Oswego hasn't been able to get any opportunities going on this power play.
Now, this has been a really strong penalty kill by the Cardinals, just not letting Oswego get any opportunities, and any opportunities they've had, they're able to squander quite easily.
20 seconds remaining in this power play opportunity. The penalty went to McLean for tripping as it's dumped back in by the Lakers. A chop shot there by Wasik, and now go all the way down once more, just again and again. They send one in, I'll send it right back. Just a 1-2 punch by this Cardinals penalty kill again and again.
Yeah, that's
taken
exactly
back. Wall
what they needed.
slid back over. Krausenik couldn't get a shot off, really. The fan spinning puck. Wall looking for the wraparound, nothing there. As Kira Costas was on the back door. A little bit of physicality beneath the corner. It's grabbed back by Mucha. She'll just try and send it in deep. Kira Costas will tap it in once more. Kira Costas tied up on the boards by Schmelzer. There's a nice move by Unsworth, but poked back by Shell to keep it in the offensive zone, but Oswego takes it right back. Kira Costas just flips it right in. They'll get a couple changes, get some fresh legs out there. Short shifts is clearly the metaphor that Coach Digby is preaching with this team. That guys always stay fresh when playing top teams like the Cardinals. They get them 2 more times this year, later in January, where they will go back up to North Country for a 2-game set against Plattsburgh.
Yeah, and they've got full lines out here today, plus the extra skaters, so you know that Coach Digby's going to utilize that and get as many fresh legs out there as possible.
Oswego along the half wall. Zenstein throws one on goal, bouncing puck, rebound there, and another quick whistle by the official, even though the puck did come free. We've seen it bounce a little bit, a little skipping a jump for the burnt biscuit, but another stop by Nice. 8:50 remaining. Oswego clawing back in that shot battle, as we'll see the replay here. Face
yeah,
off
right there,
one
just
by
kind of kept out, but like you say, the refs were able to blow the quick whistle there and stop any momentum that the Lakers had.
As Plattsburgh looks to break out, a flip puck off the boards. Corbett looks to send it right back in. Norton, or for Belfort, off a stick. As the Cardinals look to take it back, but it's grabbed by, looks like it was Preston, couldn't get anything there. As Booth looks to reset, puts on the brakes and drops it off. Looking to clear was Preston, she fanned on it. Booth ties up a Cardinal to the boards. Looks like Krausenek. There's a little shovel shot there off the outside of the cage, but it comes free as the Cardinals get a little opportunity. Back up to the point, Norton tries to fire one on. That one goes just wide. Haas the first one on it for the Lakers, as well as Minnesota. As the Plattsburgh sets up, another shot coming down by Belfort. Shot saved by Levy. Lakers looking to send it up the near side wall. As Solshansky on it, but it's picked right back up. Preston. Lakers just looking for a clear here, and they finally will. Haas will get it. McGrath will be out there trying to catch up on 2-on-1. And a great sprawling poke check there by the captain, Krausenek. Haas off the skate of Webster, looking to keep it in, cannot.
Yeah, that right there, I believe that was our very own Tommy Tallarino's player to watch there on the sprawl out dive tip away. That's how a captain plays right there.
And a great just team mentality for this Cardinal team, as they'll try and reset and get a little bit of an attack going. We haven't seen much from the Cardinals when it comes to the offensive end. We've seen a little, not much, but it's taken back by Unsworth. Unsworth back over for Wasik. Wasik just sends it in deep. It's grabbed back by Wall. Shoveled one more for Boric. Tied up along the wall by Webster. They'll play cycle with Unsworth. Back up the point, Wasik. Sends one on, and it's gloved down by Levy. The puck came free again, and I guess it's going on both ends of the ice and both goaltenders. The officials, they're quick on their whistles today, I tell you what. Oswego catching a couple breaks. Plattsburgh catching a break, an actual goal for that matter. Couple loose pucks, and that was a high shot coming out. I don't think Levy saw it until about midway through the path in the shooting lane there.
Looked like a little knuckle puck coming out.
Little knuckle puck. As Oswego will win the draw, it's going to be Zenstein bringing it around to the far side. Malone, the lone attacker on the side of the Plattsburgh bench. Hull, drop pass for Lease. Fans on the shot. Haven't said her name much. She is the extra skater on the defensive end today. This is brought back out by the Cardinals and cleared. Bednarik has some wheels, looking to evade a couple pressuring Cardinals. A chip bank pass finds Hall, looking to drop it off. As the Cardinals got back relatively quick, able to trap that zone. Make sure all five were back for that Oswego forecheck as they couldn't get anything going. Zenstein just sends it to open ice. Chipped right back out by Cho, off a few Cardinals and Lakers out in front. Lee sends it up. Malone tied up with Wasik. It's grabbed back by Krausnick. She is just everywhere tonight for the Cardinals. It's dumped right back in, though, by Plattsburgh. Levy misses the knockdown. Krausnick almost take her out, but she will take out Malone. Just absolutely everywhere. Again and again, as Malone will go off the ice. Mooch will come on. A few changes there for the Lakers. It's brought back in. Olshansky shot off the skate of Lease. Clear to the corner. Tried to be fed out in front, though, by the captain. Cannot get anything going there. As it's Schmelzer. Right back up for Katarina. His deflection there. Oswego looking to get it back in. Can't get anything going as it's taken back by Masada. Julia Masada pinned to the wall by Zenstein. Boric as well. Puck finally came free. It's going to be Unsworth again. He's got Katarina on the point. Unsworth just cycles it right back down for Boric. One more time behind the net, finds Wall. Again, back in the near side corner, finds Kirikakis, looking to find their step and clear things out. Preston will just send it over to the opposite end of the ice. Oswego will try and get a few changes. Plattsburgh will as well, as it's brought back in, though, by Wall. Wall with Boric, a couple more changes for the Cardinals. A shot coming on, a spinning puck, a good block there by Conboy. It's taken back across. Corbett just chips it in. A couple changes for the Lakers. Corbett, the first one on the forecheck. It brought right back out, though, by the Cardinals. Hudon, though, intercepts the pass as they'll regroup. A lot of noise on the benches today, from what I can hear. It's clearly the energy is there on both ends. A huge 2 points at stake. Bragging rights for first place for the time being on the line for both these teams. Webster on the cutback, tries to dump it in, but it got blocked off by Schmelzer. She gets taken down. That'll be a penalty, but Plattsburgh the other way. Calhoun, pressured by Zemlak, shot coming on, blocked off by Webster, and she'll be the one going to the penalty box. Or, excuse me, it looks like Morgan Shines will. Looks like I miscued on who the penalty was on. It's going to be Morgan Shines for body checking for the Lakers. So this will be the first time we've seen the Plattsburgh power play in quite some time. They killed the first one early in the first. Let's see how this one goes. Oswego was successful on that one. As the faceoff's won by the Lakers, Krausnick takes out Zenstein on the tie-up. A tough tie-up there. People arguing for a call in front of the press box itself. As Plattsburgh sets things up, is sent right back over Boric. Right back down low for Unsworth. A nice poke-check there by Shell. Gets it out to the neutral zone. Finds the opposite side, Boric. She gets taken down and cleared out by Shell. I guess it goes both ways. A couple miscues on takedowns and a couple poke checks. A couple skaters fall down and it's puck cleared, and it's minute 15 to go here in this penalty for Oswego State. Is brought back in, though, by the Cardinals as they'll reset. It's going to be Masota. Norton back over for Olshansky, looking for a shot. Got one there, deflected as it went off the blocker, off the jersey of Amanda Zenstein. And Coach Digby looks furious right now, talking with the linesman. He's got the hands waving. Poppleton, the linesman, having a quick conversation with him, very brief.
Wow.
Not sure what the discussion was about, but he's clearly not happy with what happened. Poole, on the other hand, he's out at the door talking with the officials right now. I guess it goes on both ends, the frustration with consistency on the officials' end. They know how much it means to their teams, so clearly frustration on both ends.
Let me tell you, man, as two former athletes turned broadcasters that the two of us may be, we know how it's like when a coach gets a little fired up at the ref. We know what type of adrenaline that gives us as a player. So you got to wonder with Coach Digby over there. He's yelling, he's firing it up. I'm watching Morgan Shines in the penalty box. She's fired up over there.
And it looks like we are going to have a penalty.
There's your penalty.
It will be a 4-on-4. It cancels it out. It's going to be Yarkowski to the box. We'll find out in just a moment on the penalty. But just a little on this. Not sure what was going on.
It's all kicking off over here.
It's going nonsense. Kevin Houle looking very frustrated. He's definitely had his time with women's college hockey. His 20th year as the head coach. He's the longest tenured in winningest coach in the Plattsburgh program. 454 wins, 56 losses, 26 ties all time. A lot of wins for him, and has some pro experience, a 5th-round pick of the Montreal Canadiens in the NHL, 103rd overall in the 1982 NHL draft. So a little personal bias there.
He's the reason why you're a fan, right?
I felt like I had to plug it there at some point, but we play on. We'll find out what the penalty was in just a moment. As another Plattsburgh player goes down, it will be a penalty, as it's going to be Masota that took the tumble. She's carrying across the neutral zone. Burns by, gets by, looking a shot on goal, blocked away. The rebound on front. Puck comes free. The whistle blown. It'll be a penalty for too many men on the ice for Plattsburgh. But on the other hand, it's going to be a penalty for Oswego.
Yeah, that is that's not ideal. It's only going to be 27 seconds, but you're still going for playing an even strike to down one. And it's going to stay that way. It'll be Kenzie Malone heading to the sin bin for the Lakers. So they'll be playing down here with Plattsburgh having the advantage for the next 2 minutes.
It's going to be interesting to see. We haven't really seen Coach Digby see this team 4-on-3 penalty kill. And they haven't had that many opportunities this year. I probably could only count on my left hand how many 4-on-3s we've seen for this Lakers team so far this year, but it's won by the Cardinals. Brought back Wasik. Norton looks for a shot, fires one there. That one looks like Levy may have gotten something on it. Wasik, Norton again. Back for Wasik, over for Norton at the point. Haas with a nice block, but it's grabbed back Norton. Krausenik. Pressured by Shell, but burnt off. Krausenik, one-timer, blocked by Haas. What a team effort there. A 4-on-4 now. McGrath out of the box. Wasik with a one-timer and a huge block by Ariella Haas to kill off that 4-on-3. Now a 4-on-4 for 52 seconds, and then a little bit of power play 5-on-4 after that for the Cardinals. Boric. Little tie up there by McGrath. No penalty. I think their officials are trying to hold their whistles now as much as they can.
They're getting their money's worth of those today.
As it's taken away by the Cardinals. Katarina fires one on goal, sticked by Levy. Loose puck came free and gloved by Lexi Levy. A couple shoves by Masota and Webster. You can tell the physicality, although no body checking in women's hockey. It really gets physical when these two teams collide. Over the last few years, couple Newell championships. They play them 3 times a year anyways.
Yeah.
It definitely builds up. This is only the first matchup, and they play again twice in January. Unsworth, the wraparound, stopped. Puck free out in front, cleared to open ice. It's Unsworth again. The puck spinning like a top. Webster looking to take out Unsworth there, cannot. Unsworth looking to feed it back up to the point. It goes all the way down to the Plattsburgh defensive zone. 28 seconds remaining here in the second period of play. Unsworth again. Plattsburgh returns to full strength. 25 seconds remaining on the penalty to Kenzie Malone. Masota back up for ball 4. Zemlak ties up Wall, but she breaks off. Wall up out in front. Puck is free out in the slot. Flipped out, though, by Bednarik. The official takes a tumble there in the defensive zone. But we have an interesting game, and we got 40 minutes down. We said it was going to take the whole 60 minutes to decide this contest, and it's clearly been apparent. A 1-1 score going into the third period of play. Jake, Oswego needs this win. Huge for morale, huge for the streak going. Plattsburgh, on the other hand, trying to keep the streak against Oswego going. So a lot of storylines going into this final period of play. Oswego all-time against Plattsburgh has only tied twice against the Cardinals. So time will tell how things will play out. But overall, if you're Oswego, you got to be mighty proud if you're Mark Digby looking at this group right here.
Absolutely, Turge. I mean, I'm not going to lie to you. I was a little worried heading into this second. I didn't know how the Lakers were going to come out. They played really well in the first. The question was, how are they going to do in the second? Were they going to be able to hang? And they won the second. They were able to take the goal and tie things up 1 a clip. That alone is enough to potentially propel into this third. Anything could happen. We're seeing the Lakers play physical with them. We're seeing everything go the right way of the Lakers right now. Plattsburgh's got 20 minutes to show they're number 4 in the nation, and Oswego's got 20 minutes to say that they're first in the Newell. It should be interesting. We're going to have a lot more coming up.
We definitely have a lot more to talk about, but we'll send it over to the guys on the perch after a quick break. It's Alex Brooks, Kyle Spizak, and Tommy Tallerino for the second intermission report right here on WTOP Time.
When you look at the number of disasters in the U.S., chances are every area will deal with some kind of emergency in the next decade. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
I think you could build a house here with how many bricks are being laid in this game.
That is a rapid nosedive, and it is at the point of no return, guys.
Up to Dobson at the point. The cross-ice pass comes to Breeze, who's going to extend the lead to 3, but the Columbus Blue Jackets, they're not going down without a fight. Puck loose, out in front of it.
Welcome back to the best show on WTOP. I'm your host, Miss Meg Trivia. And I'm Donna.
We start things off in the pool as 4 members of the Oswego women's swimming and diving team have earned all SUNY honors. Oh, finally, get that old music back. Welcome live inside the Outer Open studio for the newest episode of Sports.
Hey guys, it's me, Isabella Gomez, filling in for Smokey Bear because he's got more to say than just...
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Like, if you're outside enjoying a barbecue, don't let a hamburger distract you from fire safety. Make sure you aren't dumping your hot coals or ashes onto the ground because that could start a wildfire. So take wildfire prevention seriously, and let's save the world one day at a time. Juntos con Smokey Bear, podemos hacerlo. Go to smokeybear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Oswego State Lakers and the Plattsburgh State Cardinals, a big matchup in the Newell, tied at 1-1 for the second intermission report. Welcome to the Perch. Welcome to the second intermission report alongside, of course, Kyle Spizak and Thomas Tallarino. I am Alex Brooks. And guys, as I mentioned, it was a wild second period. I felt like every time I turned around, that penalty box was occupied.
Yeah, just really penalty after penalty. The sin bin was slammed all second period. Both teams taken more than I have on a single hand.
I mean, this was a physical dogfight out there on the ice. I couldn't believe some of the hits that was laid.
Yeah, and it was just a back and forth battle, and it just feels like 1-1. Like they are going back and forth with each other. We're going to take a look at the highlights from this second period, and as I mentioned, guys, it was just a barn fight.
Yeah, really, we saw right there a big hit down in the corner, and a ton of things just happened in this period, whether it be physicality or coming down on an opportunity here. Just some great defense from the Lakers this period. For example, on the penalty kill, Haas just blocked so many shots that kept it out of Oswego's zone.
Yeah, defense stepped up big there in that period. 10 block shots total in this game now. They're laying their lives out there for their teammates.
Yeah, and it has just been just back and forth with Oswego and Plattsburgh, and you're going to expect that from this rivalry. We're going to take a look at the period summary right now. You see that the shots on goal for Plattsburgh, they've had more, but it's only 1-1. But guys, look at that power play for Plattsburgh, 0 for 4. That has been the story in this game.
Yeah, their power play hasn't been able to get anything going. Oswego's penalty kill struggled at the beginning of the year, but they really picked it up huge coming into this game, shutting down Plattsburgh 4 different times, and they got a power play goal of their own, improving the percentage, getting it up over 9% now on the year.
Yeah, the penalty kill, 41 for 47 now in the year. It's around 90%. I mean, that is their bread and butter right now for these Lakers.
Yeah, and the Lakers have just been taking it to a team that is number 4. Like, they are playing up to their competition. But the goal that was scored was from none other than the senior captain, Ashlyn McGrath. And I feel like Kyle, it was a 5-on-3 goal. Kyle, that was your person.
You know, as a wise man once said, you could call me Mystic Mac because I predict these things. I said before the game, McGrath would get the first goal to send the onslaught of teddy bears flying down on the ice, and guess what? I was right. She started the flood, and they just came flying after that onto the ice. The teddy bears, that is, not goals. It is a 1-1 game.
I will say, though, after that goal, the intensity did ramp up after that. Oswego went in for full throttle after that one.
Yeah, and that was a 5-on-3 goal. So they were able to take advantage of the opportunity that Plattsburgh getting two guys out. But we also had a controversial call. And I know we were up here. We couldn't believe what was called there. Kyle, you want to take it away on that Oswego no goal that was called off by the referees?
Yeah, the referees called that goal off as we take a look right here at the replay. Coming down, just a great opportunity for the Lakers. A shot right there. The ref blows the whistle because he lost sight of the puck, but clearly the puck was loose the entire way through coming off the shot from Malone. It was wide open, and the ref just blew the whistle early and really robs Mac Hall of a goal there. That would have been her 4th goal in the last 2 games, and the Lakers would have been up 2-1, but they get absolutely robbed on that call.
Yeah, that breaking it down from a fundamental standpoint right there. Thank you, Kyle. For viewers at home, when the ref loses sight of the puck, they have to blow the whistle. I don't know how he lost sight on that one. Clearly, the goalie never had possession of it.
No, it was never in the trapper, never in the breadbasket or anything like that. It was a loose puck the entire time. So a very premature whistle there that killed a chance for the Lakers.
Yeah, and Oswego had a lot of chances going in the second period, including that no goal that was called. But we'll take a look at these Oswego chances, guys, and it's just been, good defense from, Oswego and Plattsburgh, but Plattsburgh has been stepping up.
Yeah, we see Oswego, they're moving the puck very well on the power play and during even strength. But Plattsburgh, they're getting in some passing lanes, getting it done a little bit. And we've seen some great saves from Plattsburgh, covering up the puck right there. That one was called blown dead right there. And we see Oswego run out and transition. But Plattsburgh, diving save, something that you really like to see on the defensive end. Just can't get anything going right there.
Yeah, a lot of missed opportunities, just kind of whiffed on a few shots there. And some great analysis by our chief NHL analyst, Mr. Tommy T over here.
Thank you, Mr.
Knows
Knack.
the game in and out like no one else.
Thank you.
Well, with Oswego chances, we go over to Plattsburgh's side. They've had a lot of penalties in this game. They are averaging 3.6 penalties per game, and they had 4 in that second period. Kyle, what do they got to do to clean it up?
It is extremely uncharacteristic for Plattsburgh to take 4 penalties, not only in a game, but in a single period. And last game against Cortland last night, they didn't take a single penalty. So really, they just have to play discipline, not lose their head. They seem to be getting frustrated. Obviously, they break their 74-game win streak in the Newell. They're a bit flustered, and Oswego's coming in here and playing them as tight as they are. They don't know what to do, so they're getting really physical.
Yeah, that second period was like a Wendy's meal deal, 4 for 4 right there on the penalties. I mean, they're playing very sloppy in this one. They're going for steals, and they're tripping the skates. They got to tighten it up a little bit if they want to walk out of here with a win.
Yeah. Tommy, I'll admit, that was a good one-liner. But that is going to be it for the first intermission report. For Thomas Tellerino, Kyle Spizek, I'm Alex Brooks. We'll send it over to Thomas Bubaturgeon and Jacob Bradley for third period action. Don't go anywhere. You're watching WTOP 10.
All across the country, people are coming together to speed up what we can learn about health. The All of Us Research Program is calling on 1 million people to join us as we try to change the future of health. For your family, for future generations, for all of us. Visit joinallofus.org and find out how you can become 1 in a million.
Our son Arjun was born with cystic fibrosis. CF is a genetic disease that shortens lives. When the foundation was founded in 1955, children with CF rarely lived long enough to attend kindergarten. Today, thanks to the foundation's groundbreaking research, advocacy, and care, some people with CF are attending college, getting married, and starting families. We've made amazing progress, but until a cure is found for all people with CF, we will not stop. Help us add tomorrows. Visit cff.org today.
Is there a danger hiding in your home? Unused opioid medicines could harm your family.
Find your unused opioid pills, patches, or syrups and learn how to dispose of them safely at fda.gov/drug disposal.
Well, sound the alarm because we got a barn burner on our hands. It's 1-1 going into period 3 between number 4 Plattsburgh and number 15 Oswego State. Welcome back for the third period of play. Thomas Surgeon joined with me as Jacob Bradley. And Jake, I swear this game, it's had everything you've ever wanted to a great rivalry contest and a great cause, the teddy bear toss as well.
Absolutely. What an incredible game just to sit up here and watch for. I mean, we're talking, we've got the energies up, the place is bumping, we got teddy bears, we've got atmosphere, we've got two of the best teams in the nation, and we got ourselves a tied matchup 1-1 here with 20 strong minutes left to play. Anything could happen here. We've learned that today, and right now we could be on the precipice, if that's even a word, of the ending of an all-time classic.
We've been trying to figure out some new words to describe today, but
you knew what I meant.
None of them have really stuck, I don't think. But either way, Plattsburgh takes the draw, and Oswego goes to full strength. Malone back on the ice. Krausnick a shot off the outside of the cage. Bednarek with a shovel pass. That one shot coming on. Glove save by Lexi Levy. Quick shot, quick save, quick stoppage of play. Only 14 seconds in, and a penalty kill to boot.
There you go. It takes a little bit of pressure off that early 5 seconds. And Lexi Levy right back at it this time with the glove side, knocking it down and picking up the good save.
Webster goes in, awkward collision in the corner. A missed pass goes all the way out to the point. Norton shot blocked. Krausnick fit out in front, and Massoda was there, but couldn't get anything going. Bednarek carrying it across. Bednarek looking to dump it in, cannot. A little bit of a, I don't even know how to describe it, but it was awkward to say the least. And a little offsides, goes a regroup for Oswego, a clear there by Shell to nobody as Plattsburgh regroups. Shell can't get a stick on, though. It's Wall and Unsworth the other way. Wall fed on goal, patted away. It's grabbed back, though, by Oswego and cleared out. Rolls off the stick of Cho. McGrath, the lone goal scorer, in. Shot blocked by Wasik. Another shot there. One more stick in the way. It's grabbed back Shell. Zenstein. Back for Grugan up top. Zenstein. Shot deflected. Got on front. McGrath looks like she might have blocked it, actually. Unsworth clears. It goes off the shin pad of Shell. And Zenstein will send it right back in, right on the stick of Nice. It's knocked down over to Cho. Cho, a saucer pass across center ice, finds the stick of Unsworth. Over to Boric on the right side. Boric shot, saved by Levy. No rebound there. Quick whistle. We saw the issues recently with Oswego State and Plattsburgh getting some opportunities. The rebounds would come free. The officials would blow the whistle long before. So we'll see what happens in this third period. A lot of those in the second.
Yeah, that was the difference maker right now as to why we're looking at a tied game and not a 2-1 game, was that early whistle call.
It's taken back, though. Schmelzer shot, save, rebound out in front, cleared to the corner. Looks like Hudon was able to find it and poke it free. Preston carrying it down right in front of the Plattsburgh bench. She's got some speed and room to work with. Sends it one right out in front, knocked away. Corbett was there. Wasn't on the front side of the defender, so couldn't really get a stick on it. Is cleared right back out by the Cardinals. Webster looking to chop it right back in. Schmelzer looking to dump it in, as she will. Plattsburgh hesitant on the forecheck as they'll get a couple changes. Oswego will as well. A smart pass there looking for Comboy coming behind the defenders. Gets a deflection. Oswego able to get a few changes as well. Krausnick, Mucha on the pressure there, but it's grabbed back. Zemlak regroups for Webster. Comboy off the boards, right back in it goes. Oswego back on the prowl when it comes to their forecheck. It's taken back. Zemlak sends it right back deep. Kirikostas peels back. Mucha sends one up to the point. Webster fires there. That one got blocked out in front. A spinning puck. Webster backhanded. Kirikostas keeps it in. Shot on, blocked away by Nice. Puck comes free to the corner and sent right back up by Olshansky and cleared out by the Cardinals. Sent right back, though, as the Lakers look to just slam it right back in their face. Mucha taking it in by herself. Krosnick without a stick, and she tried to bring it back out in front. No one there. As Bednarik, the first one on the Oswego prowl. Taken back, though, by the Cardinals. Katarina pinned to the boards. Hull grabs it, fed out in front. Bednarik couldn't get a stick on it. Taken back by Krausenik. Cleared out is Olshansky. Dumps one in, a flipping, bouncing puck off the stick of Levy. No rebound, covered up, and 16:26 remaining in this third period of play. 1-1 in a game where it's huge, 2 points at stake. Keep saying it again and again, but still speaks volumes to how well this Oswego team has played in this third period in the game as a whole. As Oswego won the draw, but it's taken to the corner. Zenstein picks it up. She'll carry it by herself, get by a few Cardinals. A pass for Malone goes, I don't think she even got a stick on it, but Zenstein got a glove on it, brings it back into the Plattsburgh defensive zone. They try and reset. It's dumped right back in by the Cardinals. Shell backhanded around for Zenstein, and she'll bring it right back up. Bounce pass off the wall. Picked right back up was Bednarik. Bednarik shot deflected off the stick of Norton and away. As Malone in the corner, McGrath now on the ice as well. Ash McGrath shot deflected and goes over the goal, much like a field goal in football. It's taken back his ball for, reverses it nicely to Norton. Off the high glass, Nunsworth looks for a high swing at it, cannot, it's grabbed back. Haas looking for the cutback, brings it in anyways, still has it. Tied up by Unsworth and got almost a knee-on-knee collision there, a scary sight that could have been. McGrath, Haas a one-timer, that got blocked. The rebound goes just wide. Lease, listed as a forward as well as a defenseman before coming to the Oswego program. The versatility of the sport of hockey and what that's become when it comes to players being able to play numerous positions, whether it's center, defenseman, wing, sometimes even goaltender for that matter, as it's brought back in by Oswego, dumped back in by Booth. Corbett, the first one out. Norton's been out there for quite some time. Lease just chops one in, right back in on goal. It goes just wide. Plattsburgh needing to change their defensemen. Have been out there for a while. Balfour and Norton finally get a change. It's brought back in. Shot there, patted away by Levy on the shot by Calhoun. Shines, sticked away. Lease looking for a change. She finally will get one. As Hudon with the shovel looking for Shines. Can't get anything there. Is brought back in though by McLean. Fed out in front. Shot by Schmelzer. Kicked away. Rebound back. Cho at the point. Over across now for Wasik. Shot deflected and wide. Corbett the first one on it. She's tied up by McLean. Finds the center as the captain, Hudon. Hudon just dumps it right in. Couple Lakers will get a change. Couple consistent shifts though for Oswego, but it's cleared right back out by the Cardinals. McLean angled away by Comboy. An effective clear there by the Lakers on a risky change, but brought back in by Plattsburgh, and it was offsides as Krausnick got a shot off, but it really didn't matter as the official had the whistle blow first. The puck will come outside the Oswego State defensive zone.
Yeah, the quickness of this Plattsburgh team is really on display, and just how fast they can move from one side of the ice to the next. Of course, getting flagged with the offsides there, but just a few scary breaks right there for Plattsburgh where it's one-on-one opportunities. Of course, with an Oswego defender there as well. And here comes one right now.
Comboy with the loose puck. Kira Costas in. Saved by Nice. The rebound deflects in the corner. My goodness, what a save by Nice to keep this a 1-1 scoreline. A miscue on the defensive end. A great poke check by Conboy. Almost leads to a quality opportunity for the Lakers. Zenstein looking to clear. Krausnick keeps it in. Sends it deep. It's going to be Masato. Fed out in front. Can't get anything there. Zenstein for Comboy. It goes off her stick, but cleared out by the Lakers. Bednarik with a head of speed. Simone Bednarik, a shot off the glove, and Nice will smother the rebound. A little protective out in front. Krausenek and Bednarik almost putting the hands up like a boxing match, one would say. And things getting very fast, very physical early in this third period. 13:05 to go.
Watch this save right here, Turge, from Nice. Look at how close she gets to the right. Oh, this is the different one here. But the last save right there on the one-on-one from Bednarik, she gets right up along the goalpost, letting no space in between her and the other side.
Malone looks to feed one out in front for Hall. That got deflected away. Oswego looking like the better team in this third period, knock on wood. But right now they're taking it to Plattsburgh on the offensive end. Their defensive end has been rather sound. There's a collision along in front of the boards. They're making a lot of noise out in front. It's taken back by Boric, chopped right in. It goes off the wall, off the official, and off a few sticks, but keeps in the Oswego State defensive zone. Zemlak, Webster, back up the strong side. Hall ties up Boric. As they try and keep it going up that strong side, they finally will have it come free. Plattsburgh recovers, though. It's Norton sending it right back in. Levy on the knockdown, Webster. Plattsburgh a couple changes. Oswego being a little passive as a little saucer pass intended for the far side. Hall was knocked down, not intentionally, by Malone, but it's dumped in by the Lakers. They'll get a couple changes. A risky pass there as Plattsburgh sends it in. It was Calhoun. Oswego got back in time, and we've seen it on both ends. Both teams having a couple miscues on the changes, and it's almost led to the other way, an opportunity for the opposing team. It's grabbed back by Preston. Preston brings it across the Oswego State offensive zone. Haas throws one on goal. That one goes just high and wide. McGrath, a one-timer. That goes spinning and wide. Grugan in the corner with Wall and Haas. Puck finally comes free. It's carried out by Schmelzer and cleared. Booth regroups with Preston. Finds open ice. Oswego looking to just send it right back in. And another friendly fire there as Bednarik tries to dump it in. It hits Malone again.
Just having a night tonight.
Just consistency, I guess, is what we're looking at. It's dumped right in by Krausenik. It goes all the way to the far side corner. Booth, drop pass for Hall. She evades the defender, looks for a poke check. Kept right in, though. Krausenik walks it in. Shot deflected wide. A good stick there by Preston. She'll just send up the boards. Krausenik again. Shot blocked. Rebound out in the slot. It's a spinning puck. Malone clears it with Bednarik as they finally get out to the neutral zone. Malone peels back, does a spin, and we'll have a penalty. And good things come to those who wait. Oswego will go to the power play after a sound first half of the third period. A very well done string of shifts that really started off from the puck drop off this third period. Plattsburgh will go to the box. It's going to be Masada for a trip. We'll see the replay here.
Yeah, you're going to be frustrated right there if you're Plattsburgh as well. Just kind of getting the stick wrapped around to Julia Masada. She's going to go take a trip in the sim. This is not what Plattsburgh needs right now. This Laker team is coming at them strong. They're coming at them hot and heavy right now, and they've got them on the ropes. Going a man down with the team that's played so well so far in this third period is not what Plattsburgh needed.
However, on the other hand, the last 5-on-4, Oswego really couldn't get anything going, so time will tell within this power play opportunity. The last 5-on-4 for Oswego, they couldn't even make a zone entry, but they get one here. McGrath just tries to shoot to open ice. Grugan on the wraparound, can't get anything there. Sends it to the near side corner, shines. They're looking to set something up. Shell, Zenstein. Shot there, deflected by McGrath, but just goes to the near side corner again as they'll go back to square one. Shines a pass on the backhand of Shell, couldn't keep it in. Shell peeling back. It's going to be Zenstein again. Oswego looking to reset. We're curious to see when will we see that second power play unit. We will right here. Grugan off for a change. Bednarik, Haas out there as well. As Schmelzer there, she'll clear it down. Zenstein knocks it down around the blue line of Oswego State. Malone can't catch the pass and sent right back down the length of the ice, right on goal by Levy and covered by the goaltender from St. Louis, Missouri. So 9:21 to go in this third period. A minute 9 has gone by in this power play for Oswego. We haven't really seen anything going, Jake.
No, this has not been the best start for the Lakers here in this power play. Just a lot of errant passes, of course, not able to keep the ball or the puck in their own offensive zone. And yeah, it's just not really looking like it's been off to the best start here. First minute 9, not something they're going to be hanging their heads up for.
Oswego breaking out. It's Haas cutting across, finds the near side is Bednarik. Bringing it in. Slowing things down a little bit. Bednarik up for Webster. 9:04 to go in this third period. Webster shot blocked. That's been the consistency for Plattsburgh. Yes. They block in everything. The passing lanes, the shooting lanes, and the pucks themselves for that matter. 20 seconds remaining here in this third in this power play opportunity, not in the third period. That's 8:45 remaining in the final frame of play. Bednarik behind the net, looks to get rid of it, but it's taken back by Norton. She'll send it around the boards. Kept in, though, by Haas. Pressured there by Boric, though. It's kept in, though. Oswego is now full strength. Masada in. Haas fires one. Another block shot out in front. That was Wasik off the right leg. Masada, a huge collision with Haas, and no penalty there. Masada was looking for a call. Wall, Masada again. Cannot get anything there. Tied up along the boards. It looks like it is Malone. Chopping at it as well as Zenstein. She's taking a few whacks at it. In the meantime, Mooch is trying to pick away like a miner in San Francisco. As it's sent right back in. Webster. Behind the net, tries to chip it out and finally will. Mucha trying to get a break. It's a 2-on-1. Tessa Mucha with Kenzie Malone. Shot there. That one goes off the pad. Mucha had a goal yesterday against Buffalo State in their 9-2 victory. It's taken away. Plattsburgh the other way. Unsworth out in front. And what a beauty was that! 2-1 Cardinals lead. 7:33 remaining here in this third period of play. And you just look at it, this is a team where in just a matter of seconds, they're able to hunt you down and find the back of the net.
It looked like that was Unsworth again right there as well, Turge. I mean, what a beauty that was. As much as it stings, we'll take a look at the replay. Just coming on. I mean, she's down 2-1 here, gets around, and what are you going to do about that? I mean, just past the outs. If Lexi Levy, if her skates were like a couple more inches longer, she would have had that save there. But she's not able to get it there. Plattsburgh takes the lead again in this period. But hey, a lot more time left for the Lakers to score another goal here.
Oswego gets things back. It's Comboy out in front. Kirikakis gets taken and shoved down. As Comboy's tied up in the corner. It's taken back by the Cardinals. It's McLean. Down the near side, burns by Preston. McLean over the opposite side, looking for Calhoun. Can't get anything there. Booth sends one off the boards, finds Shines. For Comboy. Kirikakis dumps it in, offsides. And cleared right back out, though, by the Cardinals. McLean the other way. Preston off the boards, finds Corbett. Corbett with Hudon and Shines, a 3-on-2. Drop pass, Shines, shot, block, save, rebound! Oh, it was Corbett there, but cannot get anything as she misses the puck just by the left edge of her stick. It's taken back. Here comes the Cardinals. Shot save. Rebound out in front. It's Krausnick battling for it. It's a swing away. And it's grabbed back by the Cardinals again. A shot coming on. That goes wide. And it's grabbed back by Masada. Wasik shot blocked. Hudon looking to clear. Cannot. As there's a tie up there. Olshansky looking for a shot. Redirection and she scores. It's going to be Masada on the redirection on the shot by Olshansky. And just like that, 2 quick goals, and it's a 3-1 Plattsburgh lead.
Yeah, that one stings a little bit on the goal right there from Julia Masada, just getting it to go in. Let's take another look at the replay here. The redirection from Masada just past the glove of Lexi Levy, and you can feel the air get sucked out of the depth there. 1 goal is hard enough to come back from against this team, let alone 2 against Plattsburgh. Just a tough one right there for the Lakers.
The Oswego wins the draw. They strung together a great first half of the third period, but ever since that first goal, they've looked rather stagnant and kind of complacent with what they've been trying to accomplish here in this third period. Cleared back out, though, by the Cardinals. They know how to play it with a victory, especially with Kevin Houle behind the bench. As we mentioned, 454 wins all time with the Plattsburgh Cardinals women's hockey program. He's definitely made a name for himself in national hockey. Numerous NCAA appearances, numerous Frozen Fours, and 4 Newell titles to boot in the most recent years. Plattsburgh program, a strong program. Oswego out in front, backhand save. Nice gets taken down by Norton. Oswego just can't get anything to go. Norton swinging away, the puck comes free. Oswego will go for a change. Grugan on the pinch, the puck comes free out to center ice. Zenstein looks to dump it in. As it's taken back, Haas looks to just send it right back in. McGrath, the shovel dump as well. McGrath fed one out in front. Haas was tied up there by Calhoun and sent right back up for McLean. Over for Schmelzer, a one-on-one. Schmelzer, shot deflected wide. Tries to feed it out in front. No one knows where it is. It's behind the goal. It's on the top of the net. Picked right back up, though, by the Cardinals. It's going to be McLean back down low. McLean taken to the boards by Shell. It's sent right back up the strong side. Schmelzer sends it right down low, but it's taken back. Shell with a poke check. Finally frees the zone. Haas looking to send it up once more. Cannot. As it goes down the length of the ice, it will be an icing. 4:23 to go in this third period of play. Shots in favor of the Cardinals, 32-19. Oswego really putting everything on the line at this point. They've really flied the zone. They can't get anything offensively going. A great 10 minutes to start, but haven't seen much since then. A couple good opportunities here and there. Yeah. But if you're Coach Digby at this point, when do you call your timeout? Down by 2, 4 minutes left to go.
I don't know. To me, the biggest key is they've got to control at least the next 80% of the time here in their own offensive zone. You cannot have play go on when you're on defense right now. You need 2 goals. You need them quick. We got to control the puck here, not let it go over the blue line.
Oswego sets up. Lisa, one-timer deflected wide. Neese with the aggressive blocker poke. Might have caught Malone. As it's cleared back in by Schmelzer. Can't get anything going. We will have delayed penalty. As the Laker was taken down, Levy streaking to the bench. It looks like Booth short to get up. It's sent out in front. Lakers looking to reset. As it's Booth that was the one that took the tumble. She got back to the bench. It's going to be a cross-checking penalty on Plattsburgh. So now you have 2 minutes to work with on the man up. You also have 3:38 to go in the game. It's a little bit of a discussion right now, and we're going to see how many minutes it's going to be. It's going to be a cross-check. We will have a timeout, though, for Oswego State. Coach Digby gave him the tee and said, let's do it. 3:38 remaining here in this third period of play. We will see how long it will be in just a moment.
Now, Turge, you've sat in many of these timeouts as a player, more so than I have. I want to let you know, I want to get your opinion. What's being talked about right here about 50 feet in front of us?
Well, at this point, it's 2 minutes for that power play. It is 2 minutes for the penalty on Schmelzer for cross-checking. Right now, I'd say set things up, but don't be hesitant to take a shot.
Yeah.
Because what we've seen from this power play, game in and game out, they've been hesitant. They've been really wanting to set up their form. But at this point, they have nothing else to lose. They're down 3-1. If they pull the goalie, they could be up 6-on-4. So at this point, we saw the exact same thing with the men's hockey team actually last night. They're down a goal, down 2, and they have a power play opportunity in the final minutes. When do you pull Levy? When do you set things up? But at the same time, you got to be careful on your own blue line. They haven't been able to be as crisp with the passes as they would like, and at that point, you need to be smart with your passing and shooting decisions.
Yeah, I don't think Levy's going to be out there too much into this power play here. I've got to assume, just from what I saw down there when she came to the bench for the power play alone, she wasn't in too much of a hustle to get back. I don't know if she's going to be out there for too long. I can see her going out there, and as soon as it's controlled by Oswego, I can see her taking it right off to the bench, getting the extra person out there, and hopefully putting one in the back of the net, because you need to start, and you need to start right now.
And they will start right now. The power play unit out for the Lakers. Webster, Bednarik, Haas, Hull, Malone for Oswego State. Levy still at the net. We'll keep an eye on her. Face-off won by the Cardinals, though. It's Norton. Levy out to the hash marks, waiting for the call. Oswego looking for possession.
There she goes.
Now, as we heard Coach Digby scream from the bench. Webster, Malone, Haas.
McGrath
the extra skater. Shot coming on. That got swinged to the corner. Cleared out by the Cardinals. It was cleared out by Masada, the third goal scorer. As Oswego will reset. Minute 33 to go in the power play. 3:09 remaining in this third period. Dumped in by Malone just to prevent the icing, and McGrath the first one on it. She angles off. Wasik. They'll try and set at least something up As McGrath, shot on, save, rebound, scooped up by Neese, but never mind, it comes free, and it goes all the way around the stanchions and down the length of the ice. 1:05 to go. Man, that was a really quick 55 seconds, if I do say so myself. Avery Webster behind the net, looking to really just get up quickly. Or at least, I guess not. Pause back there. Haas gets taken out, though, by Masada. Fed out in front. Boric gets angled off, and the Lakers try and move things back up. McGrath with speed down the left side. McGrath just sends it into open ice. Malone still has it. Kenzie Malone. Zenstein. Shot on. Goal! Amanda Zenstein finds one through the net traffic. It's a 3-2 game.
That is massive from Amanda Zenstein. Exactly what they needed. 2 minutes left. You got to assume Levy isn't going anywhere. They're going to keep her out. That extra gets them exactly what they needed. It looked, I'm not going to lie to you, Turch, didn't look like it was going to happen there. We take a look at the replay. They were moving slowly. I don't even think he saw the puck go by her. You can see there, it just finds it. Went off of the arm. And it finds the back of the net somehow. But hey, it's still crunch time. We got to find that back of the net one more time.
2 minutes and the Lakers bench is lively. It will be an icing. It's going down the other way. It's going to be a face-off in the Plattsburgh zone. We'll keep an eye on Levy. She inches out to the hash
We're going to have a good 2 minutes ahead of us here, Turch.
It's a quick 2-minute drill like in football. 2:05 remaining. A 1-goal game. Levy at the top of the circle. I'm sure we'll hear the scream from Digby again.
Yeah.
As it's face-off won by the Lakers again. Set right back in. A couple redirections. Shine's taking it to the corner as it's angled all the way around. A missed bounce. Kirikosov's looking to feed one out in front. Mucha was there, couldn't get anything going. Swung right back in. Is kept in. I stand corrected. Brought back out by the Cardinals. Minute 45 remaining. Taken out by Plattsburgh. As it's Unsworth dumping it in. Webster. Zenstein. Oswego's got to move up quick. 1:34 remaining. As they try and get it deep, cannot. It's taken back. Unsworth. A missed pass off the wall. Goes to wall. Set one on goal. It's redirected to the corner by Levy. Oswego looking to break out. They can't get an empty net yet. Levy inching out.
There she goes.
She's coming. Minute 13 to go. Thrown on goal. Deflected off a skate. Haas the extra skater now. Webster. A one-timer. Zenstein swings on it. Boric clears. Webster the first one on it. A minute to go here in this third period. Clearly an eventful contest. And a missed cue. The Lakers the other way. Bedrick on the back door. Cannot get it. It's kept in though by Webster. The Lakers look to set up something. Webster. A shot blocked by out in front was Olszewski. Webster. Zenstein. Fires one on. It gets deflected wide. Trying to clear, cannot. It'll be an icing as Webster, it won't be an icing. It gets knocked down, 25 seconds. Oswego gassed. Trying to get one last play. It bounces off a few sticks. Shine's looking to bring it in. She gets peeled off. It's taken back. Zenstein again, blocked away. He's grabbed back by Shines. 12 seconds left to go. She gets tied up, sent down to Kirikostas. The point calling for it. Mucha, Kirikostas trying to find some time, trying to get out in front. Zero, that'll do it. Plattsburgh escapes a thriller in Newell play and will take first place in the Newell riding into the new year. And wow, what a contest. And we talked about in this third period how quality of a team Plattsburgh is, and we talked about how good their offense has been. They're averaging 5 goals a game, and you only allow 1 going in that third period of play. They're able to score in bunches, and it showed those final 2 ending up being the dagger. But on the other hand, the Lakers not out one bit.
No. This was a very good, highly contested game. I mean, you look at the final score, you look at the situation we had earlier. Of course, it's a hard pill to swallow for the Lakers, especially with the goal getting taken away early on. Really the difference maker when you break things down into it. But you know, nothing but respect. Two incredible teams, an incredible matchup from both these sides, and it comes right down to the wire. The Lakers fought back all the way to the end, and they played 60 minutes of hockey that they could truly be proud of. As for Plattsburgh, they showed right there why they are one of the best teams in the nation, coming into the Deb and just showing up and showing out and really coming up big, especially in this third period, not having one, but coming up with two and walking away with the victory.
And this was really a good test for Oswego going into the new year. They do take the loss. They go to 8-4-0 going into the new year in the new semester, as well as this will be their last game before going into January, as we mentioned, to take on Plattsburgh. However, well, that'll do it for us in the booth. For Jacob Bradley, I'm Thomas Turgeon. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, it's going to be the guys on the perch, Alex Brooks, Kyle Spizak, Thomas Tellerino for the postgame show right here on WTOP 10.
Put the keys down, Kevin.
But I'm gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
I guess I have really been looking for love in this dating app. Yep, I'm definitely gonna call a ride home.
I think you could build a house here with how many bricks are being laid in this game.
That is a rapid nosedive, and it is at the point of no return, guys.
Hockey is a game of momentum and exciting finishes. And guys, we had an exciting finish today as Plattsburgh was able to take the momentum and win 3-2 over the Oswego State Lakers. Welcome back to the perch. Welcome back to the post-game show alongside, of course, Thomas Tellerino and Kyle Spizak. I'm Alex Brooks. And guys, it was a tough way for Oswego to finish this game, but they went out of this game with something to look forward to.
Yeah, I mean, they really did come in with a lot of momentum, and they fought hard throughout the course of the game. Unfortunately, they weren't able to close it out at the end. I mean, it was a 1-1 game coming into the third, and it ends in a 3-2 contest. So a really tight match between both teams, and Oswego held their own.
Yeah, they fought their tail off against the number 4 team in the country, and one positive to take away from this, the power play game. 2 for 5 on the day. That is a big improvement on the year for them.
Yeah, and before we get into the conversation about the third period, let's just recap the game as a whole as we will take a look at the highlights from this full game. Guys, what have you seen from both Oswego and Plattsburgh?
I mean, Plattsburgh really showed that they are the number 4 team in the nation. They played outstanding. I mean, we had that big goal there from McGrath that set the Teddy Bears flying in the second period. And then after that, I mean, a few mishaps really came back to bite Oswego at the end. The second Plattsburgh goal of the game, it was Unsworth got her second goal of the game, and that just comes from Bucha coming down. She had a 2-on-1 opportunity, doesn't look for the pass, takes a bad angle shot, it wraps around, and that gave Plattsburgh the chance to get that break opportunity, and just a really good goal on Unsworth's behalf.
We saw this game go back and forth. There were times where Oswego looked like they could walk away with a win, but Plattsburgh, they're a great team because they find ways to win. You know, we saw a 1-1 game for most of it, and late in that third, they just broke away, and Oswego couldn't keep up.
And Tommy, let's look at the game summary here as shots on goals for Plattsburgh, 31-20, and then you just see that power play efficiency from the Lakers. But you also see for Plattsburgh, they were 0 for 3 on the power play as the number 4 team in the nation. That is not, that doesn't look good.
No, it does not. I mean, you really want to succeed on the power play. They didn't have a chance to get on one last night, 0 for 3 tonight. We'll see what it looks like for the second half of the season on the power play for them.
Yeah, Plattsburgh was 13 of 34 on the power play coming into this game, and then they go 0 for 3, like you said. A little bit uncharacteristic for them, given that they are the number 4 team in the nation and they have such a star-studded offensive lineup. But at the same time, Oswego's penalty kill has been playing very, very good as of late. So it was kind of a battle between two giants, and Oswego's penalty kill manages to win that battle, but in the end of the day, they lose the overall matchup.
And as I mentioned before, we'll talk about the third period here. We'll start with Kyle, the Plattsburgh goal. Nicole Unsworth, her second goal of the game, she showed out tonight.
I mean, if you take a look at that goal, that's just dirty. Coming down into the end of the red line, hitting the goal line, and then cutting back up in front of the crease and just stretching it past the pad of Levy. That's a really skillful play there for Unsworth. And then that second Plattsburgh goal, just bad timing. Puck flies right out onto the stick of a Plattsburgh player. They're able to just shoot it on net and get it over the glove of Levy.
And Tommy, talk about the Oswego goal by Amanda Zenstein. A little too late for Oswego, but they were able to make it interesting at the end.
Yeah, she got it at the point, and she hit that slap shot with full power, and it hit the back of the net. It was a really beautiful goal right there.
Absolute clap bomb from the point. Bounces off a Plattsburgh player into the back of the net, just like you said, a little too late.
Well, we've seen throughout this game that Oswego's had a lot of chances to score. First period, second period, third period. We see at the highlights in the third period, especially. See how Oswego Plattsburgh's not letting them get an inch.
Yeah, that one chance right there, Benrick just misses it right over her stick. And then right there, another chance at the point that just goes over the stick of Shell. There's a lot of opportunities Oswego had. They just couldn't handle the puck on the blade of their stick. That one right there, that one just flies over the top of the net off a redeflection in front. A lot of chances, just weren't able to capitalize on any of them.
Yeah, and it was amazing goalie play from Plattsburgh by Nice. I mean, when Oswego wasn't in their own way, not being able to control the puck, she was making some great saves out there.
Yeah, definitely. But we're going to go from Oswego, New York, and we're going to take a little field trip.
A little bit of a roadie.
A little bit of a roadie around the nation, around the USCHO, as we look at Amherst, number 11 in the nation, beating number 3 Middlebury, and then Hamilton beating against Trinity. Oswego was able to take the victory against Hamilton. Which game stood out to you, Kyle?
I mean, I got to say, it must be upset alert in college athletics today because we had some huge upsets in the NCAA football playoffs, but then we have a huge upset here. Amherst winning 4-2 over Middlebury. That's a huge win for Amherst. They're going to move up the poll a little bit. And a thing to notice about that Amherst game, Amherst is the first game Oswego plays back after this short little break in the season. On January 3rd, Amherst comes to the Deb and face the Lakers.
And then, Tommy, about that Hamilton and Trinity game, what did you see from that?
Hamilton, a tough, gritty win right there, 2-1 game. It's going to be interesting to see what they do for the rest of the season.
Yeah, most definitely. And going into next year, we're going to go to 2023, focus from 2022. 2022 is in the past. We're going to the new year as we are going to take a look at who Oswego is going to face next year and then into the next semester, as it is just going to be good matchups. As you mentioned, Kyle, you talked about that Amherst game. That's going to be on January 3rd. You got Potsdam right after a Newell opponent, January 6th. Then you got Canton right at home, January 7th. And then you got Utica, an out-of-conference matchup away on January 10th. Guys, what matchup looks good for you? And then we got more. We got Plattsburgh, an away doubleheader, and then Buffalo State and Morrisville. A lot of games here in January.
Yeah, a lot of games. New year, same Newell schedule, though. Nothing's changing about that. You like that one, Tommy?
That was a good one. That was a good one, Mystic Mac.
Mystic Mac, I predict these things. Plattsburgh, that doubleheader, that's going to be huge there because I imagine Plattsburgh's still going to be up at the top of the USCHO poll. Oswego probably going to climb up again, even though I don't think they'll drop down far from this game. I mean, the number 4 team in the nation, they played them extremely close. I don't see them dropping at all from this game, but that gives them another matchup, 2 matchups in a row, where they can get their revenge after this game because, as we mentioned earlier, Oswego did have a goal that they scored, and it was definitely a goal that got called off.
That was a game changer right there. We could be going to overtime if that goal does get called a goal. But that's a tough stretch for Oswego, in my opinion, because they're all conference games. Conference games, in my opinion, matter most. Those are the games that you have to win. So they have to try and squeak out probably at least 2 losses out of all those games, I'd say.
Yeah. And we've been doing a lot this semester, but we're going to shout out 2 seniors that are graduating in December. Our live sports production assistant, Jill Plant, who is also our director here. As we see Jill there, thank you very much for everything you did this semester. And while you're here at TOP, we appreciate everything you have done. You have been one of the heart and souls of TOP. And then, obviously, live sports engineer Max Byrne. I'm not forgetting about you, pal. You have been just helping us out tremendously. We really appreciate everything you have done, and we hope you guys have a great rest of your career, and please come back and visit because we really appreciate all the work you're doing. Thank you, guys.
A couple of goats out in that control room right there.
I mean, it was a pleasure calling Max a coworker, but even more a friend. Just a wonderful guy. And for Jill, she's going to be working in WWE. She's actually going to be in the Royal Rumble. I'm calling it now. And I think she's going to win the whole thing.
Oh, she's got to.
Yeah,
she's got to.
She is the one.
She is the one.
She is the one. She is her.
That's right.
Simple as that.
That is right.
Well, it is the final hockey broadcast of the semester. So, including Jill and Max, we'd like to thank everyone who worked hard today and worked hard throughout this semester. I really appreciate everyone that comes along. It really helps me. Shout out to our sports director, Thomas Turgeon, for putting this all together. He has just been helping us on the perch here and just helping us further our career in college. But that is going to do it for women's hockey coverage on WTOP 10. Plattsburgh takes it 3-2 in a thriller. For our producer, Brian Burrows, director Jill Plant, and all the working members at WTOP 10, have a good night and have a good holiday season. We'll see you in 2023.